Does Benji show up late every day?
This is a new thing.
Yeah, well, here's the new thing. If he shows up late, Gary, tell him not to come in. Wait till the commercials. I don't want. He always has to walk in when I'm doing my show.
What do you mean, not to come into the studio, or just not to come in?
I mean, in fact, you know what? Why don't you just stick him back outside in the office over there? Who needs him in here? What is he, retarded? You know what I mean?
I'm not saying he's old. I mean, you know.
Maybe in Russia,
Benji,
but since he came
go out
here.
and come back in when I'm in commercial. I don't want you walking in here late every day. If you're late, well, Gary, how many times I just tell you not to let Benji in here when he comes in late? Then he comes sauntering in.
With that look.
I mean, it completely distracts me. Gary, why did Benji end up in here? I got Ronnie standing out there.
He ran right through.
But where's Ronnie? Where's Mr. Security?
I don't know.
Yeah. I issue an edict and nobody listens to it. Benji freely coming and going.
Yeah, he chooses his own hours.
Yeah. Coming around 9 o'clock, who cares? I mean, what is that? I start the show at a certain time, begging me to come in. I want to sit in the studio. I want to sit.
Why can't he be in here before you turn on the mic?
It's shtick.
He's making an entrance.
Yeah, an entrance. Meanwhile, I'm going to rip his head off because there's stains all over my floor in here. And I was like, what the hell is this floor all stained from? And I find that Benji needed something out of the garbage. And he dumped garbage all over the... I'm going to use the F word if you want to bleep me. All over the floor. All over the floor. And he dumped garbage all over the floor because he had to find something in my garbage.
But he didn't put anything down, so it hit the floor.
So just garbage all over my floor where I work. And there's stains all over the goddamn floor. Now somebody's got to sit and clean it. Benji will clean it. To pay, don't have anybody clean. You have Benji clean that. You have him clean that floor till it sparkles. What the hell is wrong with him?
Well, that's a several-hour
conversation. Hey, Benji, come in here. What? Come tell me what it is you needed out of my garbage that was so important that you had to mess the whole goddamn floor up with your stupidity. What is it you needed?
I had taken my sweatshirt off.
Yeah.
And someone, they cleaned up the studio after the show, and someone had thrown it out accidentally. So I was...
So you dumped the whole garbage onto the floor?
What's that?
You dumped the whole garbage onto the floor. You know what kind of crap is in there?
And then
Food.
And then I swept it up, then I cleaned it up.
Take a look at the floor. Look what you did to my floor. You stained my entire floor.
Well, I apologize for that, and I was taking responsibility for it. I'll clean it. But I also did clean it that day. I also...
No.
And I also washed up things.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You messed up my floor. I work here. I'm not a pig.
Right. No, I understand.
Don't dump garbage on my floor. You got a problem with your sweatshirt? You talk to one of the guys. We lay out some plastic and we go looking for it.
That would have been smarter to do.
Yeah, and it would have been smarter to just stick your hand in there and take out your sweatshirt. I can't imagine it was that hard to find.
Actually, things get very deep in there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that they threw it out might be an indication that you should have left it where it was and gotten a new T-shirt.
It's odd that it looks like garbage to someone.
Why do you disrespect me by walking in here late every day? Why do I have to see your face when I'm trying to concentrate? That's why I got you back there, so I don't have to see you.
Right.
You want me to see you. I'm not your father. I'm a guy you work with.
I don't want you to be my
Be
dad.
Professional.
All right.
You show up late, stay out there.
All right.
Don't come walking in here. You're making an entrance.
Some of the guys were telling me that minimally twice a week, Benji's got his head in the garbage. I always wonder what that's about, that he's always just looking through the garbage for something.
What is in the garbage that fascinates you?
Unfortunately, it's not. I don't think it's twice a week, but it's happened probably 2 times every 5 months or so. Because we get so many papers back there, things get thrown out sometimes.
All right. Well, listen, when you want to go through the garbage, I don't know what you are, maybe a part raccoon. I don't know what planet you're from, the raccoon planet.
Right.
But really, don't disrespect me. I mean, I work here, and people have to clean up after you. Scott the Pace is saying, God, now someone has to sit and clean the carpet, but you clean it.
All right.
You disgust me.
That's fine.
That's terrible what you do. And you come in late. You only wanted to work in here. Oh, Howard, I want to be in here. But coming in here means a responsibility. Right. You got to be in here when the show starts, or don't.
Right.
I find you highly disgusting.
Would you prefer to work out there on a computer?
No, actually, I prefer what I'm doing.
You want to sit in here?
Yeah.
Well, it's a privilege sitting here.
Right.
Something wrong with you. I want you checked out mentally. I want to see a report on you.
All right.
I really do. I want you to go to a psychiatrist, and I want a report filled out so I know I feel safe working alongside you.
Okay.
I feel you're ready to snap the way you behave.
Why do you feel I'm ready to snap?
Because you remind me of the guy in Full Metal Jacket whose eyes rolled into the back of his head and he shot up the place.
All right.
Something wrong with you.
You actually seem much more uncalm than I do.
What?
You seem much more uncalm.
Uncalm?
Yes.
Yeah, you've gotten under my skin.
Right.
You're making me cuckoo.
All right.
You can't give me a straight answer. It's always a joke.
What do you want a straight answer?
I don't want you coming in here late.
That's completely...
If you're late, stay out in the office.
All right.
Sit there with Baba Booey, stare at his beaver teeth.
I'm sorry I was late, and I'm embarrassed by it.
Of course you should be. You're a young guy. You don't even have a discipline. Discipline's the key, man. What do you care about? What do you believe in? This is the show. It's no joke. This is the show. It's a radio show millions of people listen to. Screwy. Try to talk to this guy. I try to treat him like a normal person, but I can't.
That's your mistake.
Yeah, I want a full psychiatric evaluation.
Private Benji!
You're not kidding. This guy's freaking me out.
Why are you not stomping on Private Benji's head?
Throwing garbage on the floor. It's a whole show goes on in here.
You seem to think I do everything for some sort of...
yeah, well, of course you do.
You seem to think. Somehow it works out that way, Benji, so that must be it.
Well, I think that's so much your thought of me that anything I do just gets translated to that.
Yeah, of course. That's my thought of you. I see when somebody... It's such a waste of energy, but you want someone to pay attention to you. You want me to pay attention to you in the worst way. Why else would you walk in late so you could be singled out every day?
Do you think it's a...
I don't want to talk to you.
All right.
What is it, Andrew?
You're talking to me, actually.
Big fan, Howard. You're absolutely right. You can't get a straight answer out of Benji. He's like the Riddler. Everything's a question.
Right.
You ask him a question, it's another question. What do you mean? You never get to the answer.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, really, dude.
All right.
Pull it together.
You should make him wear that outfit that Jim Carrey wore.
The Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd like that.
No, that's what he wants. I'm making him dress normal so he doesn't stick out.
They wouldn't make a costume that big anyway, fat bastard.
All right. You can't ask a straight question. I ask you a straight question, I can't get an answer. When's your birthday?
Well, I think I said before, there's certain reasons.
There you go. Okay, all right. Okay. Listen, go out there and I'll have you back. We'll try it again after my commercial break. You can come walking back in. Go stand outside.
All right.
Stand outside the door and think about what you've done. Go ahead.
All right, bye.
Made no impact.
What's your name, fat buddy?
He got everything he wanted. He was a segment on the show.
I know. That's all he wants.
You're right. That was
I know. I fell into it.
I got 6 minutes on the air, D.
It's creepy. Hey, Benji. Why are you always walking around? What do you do?
Where did you just come from?
He always has to come in late. He's the only guy I know.
He makes an entrance.
Make a deal with me. Yeah. From now on. If you're out there and you get trapped, like in other words, where were you just now?
I was just walking in.
What? Oh, what were you doing?
I was walking in.
Oh, you mean you're just arriving for the morning?
I couldn't find my wallet, yeah.
But you were here before, right?
No. Is that what you mean?
What time do you get here?
Right now.
Oh, you just got in.
Right.
Do me a favor, wait till I take my break.
All right.
Yeah, like at a show. The doors are closed.
Because really, my guess is this is for attention. Everyone in the office talks about it. We all believe it. So it's like, you know what? It's really distracting to me. I'm trying to get my morning going. And you come sauntering in. Just wait. Like in the theater, they make you wait. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Wait till the first commercial break. Then you're welcome to come in.
You're disturbing the act.
Yeah, if you can't get here on time, you're just disturbing me. It's disturbing to see you walk in late. I can't explain why. Don't ask me why.
All right.
All right. Someday you'll be on the radio. You'll have your own show maybe. And one of the people that works with you, one of your allies, will come in late. And you'll see how thrown you get.
Benji on you.
Yeah. And this is really a scream for attention. Everybody else is here already. I couldn't wait to get in the studio. I want to work in the studio. I want to work alongside you. Okay. And now he's late. Every day.
I hate it. It's not for attention, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? I hate it, too. So don't walk in. Sit out there with the crew and file some papers or whatever it is you can do to help out back in the office.
Okay.
That's all. You know,
or get here on time.
Yeah, one
You
day,
have the two options.
One day in the future, when you have your own radio show, your Benji will walk in late, and you'll see how much fun it is. And God only knows what your Benji's going to look like.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm Benji's Benji.
He wants this. He wants me to talk about him.
Of course.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, this is mission accomplished for him.
Yeah.
This was a great day.
I got 5 minutes this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done for the day.
I got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to order some extra eggs to celebrate.
No crying for me tonight.
Nope. I don't care how many pulls. I got 10 minutes this morning. Bingo.
Benji, you got to come sauntering in late. I've asked you not to do that.
Oh, now he's not going to say anything.
Benji, yeah. I've asked you not to do that.
Sorry.
What are you doing? Why are you walking in the middle of the show?
Sorry.
Why are you disobeying me?
Well, I guess I wanted to work.
And what is this new almost asleep sound? I mean,
well, because you just yell at me, so whatever I say.
No, but I'm saying, dude, I've asked you, if you're going to be late,
right.
Don't come in the middle of the show. It distracts me from my thoughts.
You're right.
And this is all about me.
I'm sorry.
But why did you disobey me?
Because I thought chances, I was late, and I thought...
Yeah, so stand outside, and when I go to commercial, come in.
Okay.
But it's not that urgent that you get in here.
I know it's not. I know.
Yeah, but now you've distracted my show, goddammit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't like it.
I know you don't.
You want to sit in here and you want to be a man, you got to go by the rules.
Right.
There's rules, dude. I'm not making these rules for just
Don't do your
for fun.
Performance art in here.
Yeah, there's no room for your performance art. There really isn't. I mean it.
Well, I'm not doing any kind of performance art.
Dude, the way you walk in, the voice you have on now, it's just all really bad.
Wait, what am I doing right now?
I don't know what I'm doing now.
No, what am I doing? I mean, because normally when I talk to you...
Dude, I've asked you nicely not to walk in the middle of my show when I'm on the air.
That has nothing to do with the way I talk or don't talk.
I don't know, but it comes off real bad.
Normally when you talk to me, whatever I say, you yell at me, so I just...
Well, now you're talking normally,
right? And
you were talking like this.
Because
I'm sorry. I said to you, I've asked you not to do something, and you go, I'm sorry. But dude, explain to me why you're disobeying me. What did I do to you?
Do you want me to? I'll answer.
Yeah.
I was late.
Right. What do you do when you're late?
I was hoping I could get away with it, so I quietly...
Yeah, but why? I'm telling you, it disturbs me. I'm telling you, I don't want you to do it.
I know that.
It's my show.
I know that. This is your business. I know that.
But I'm telling you, I'm at my wit's end. Had it. Don't do it again. Just stand out there. Hang out. Go have fun. If you're late, don't come in this studio. Wait till the commercial break. I got no beef with you, man, but you got to follow the rules. This is the beef I got with you.
Is somebody not out there on their post? Because he's been doing it. He's been sitting out there waiting his time.
I don't know. Something new happened today. It's not worth it, man. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult.
Absolutely.
I'm asking you to be patient and wait.
That's true.
Okay. I'm being serious, man.
I know you are.
I'm dead serious. You're butchering me. You're killing me, man. I'm at the breaking point.
You might as well crawl in here on all fours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Unless you got an invisibility spray. I don't want to see you walking in here. You know what I mean? I mean, just give me a break. All about Benji.
Well, that's not true.
All about you, man. You got to get in here. God only knows why.
Make an entrance.
Big entrance, man. Dude, stop saying me, me, me. We know you're here. It's not about you.
Well,
this is a team, and this is how we work. And you want to be responsible, get here on time. Me, me, me. I'll come in late.
Right.
I'll see if I can break the rules.
Right.
Dude, you're too old for that.
Do you think my plan was to be late to get to?
Yeah, I do.
If
I
you
honestly
didn't start
do.
out on time, yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. That is your plan in life.
All right.
To be late, you might not even be aware of it because you're so out of touch with yourself and what you eat and everything else. But let me tell you something.
Maybe
you got to sit down and be in touch with it.
You want to
Dude, don't argue with me. You asked me a question. You said to me, "Do I think I did this intentionally?"
You, my fear
and I am telling you, man,
you want to put attention
when you
on
are
me
consistently
by yelling
late
at me and by acting abusive towards me.
When you.
So
you're abusing me.
Maybe somewhere deep down you think you need to give me attention.
All right, I'm done. I'm done, man.
Now
I'm
he's going
done.
into the
Now
shtick.
it's the shtick, Homa. I'm done. I'm done with the discussion, dude.
I'm done also.
Yeah, don't be late again because then you're forcing me to have to fire you. And if you're late, stay outside. That's all I've asked you. And as far as being late goes, that's an intentional thing, whether you know it or not. Maybe you hide the truth from yourself, but people who are late
Unless, you know,
have a reason for it.
The streets blew up between his house and here. He did it himself.
Mm-hmm. It's a job, dude. It all happens between 6 and 10. Not 6:10, not 6:05, 6 to 10. Sometimes 11. I don't know. I'm not even busting
You have the discipline to get in here on time.
Well, because it's important to me. It's important for me to be at work. People are paying me, I show up. And I show up on time.
See, Chris.
I think I've been late 2 times in my whole life. And I've had pretty good reasons why. Hey, it happens. I ain't saying no. I'm even saying to the guy, you want to be late, be late. Just don't walk in and
I said
don't
that's a very
disrespect me.
generous attitude. Most employers would say 3 times late, you're out.
Yeah, I say just don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect my wishes. But I'm abusing him. That's my abuse. Hey.
Dude, this guy, I don't get him. Every morning, this guy lives 2 blocks from here. Every morning, he, times it out. 5:58, 5:59. Comes running out of the elevator like a madman.
Yeah.
If you don't hit the button in time, he's going to go right through the door. He knocks people over coming out of the elevator.
It's about him. It's not about being professional.
Every day it's a shtick with this guy. Every day. And every day he's laughing. He thinks it's a joke.
It's not a joke to me, man.
Come on, man. Come to work and get on time. Everybody's here. 5:45, 20:06. You live 2 blocks from here. What's your deal?
First of all,
Friggin' Artie's an alcoholic and he gets here on time.
Thank you, Howard.
You're
I
welcome.
absolutely agree with you. If I was in charge, I'd be very upset if someone was late.
It's every day, though.
Dude, it's like all about you. It's all about you, man. You got to come running through the door. It's a routine. Nobody cares.
It's not a routine, Howard.
No one's taping.
How many times have you almost knocked Tony over coming out of the elevator when she's going out, you're coming in?
And the thing is, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't be late. But, Ronnie, I don't work for you.
He's reporting to me your behavior.
No, he's not.
You've made your behavior an issue.
Then I don't have to open the door for you then.
All right.
How's that?
All right, Ronnie. You don't have to open the door for me.
Then you can sit out there.
Okay.
This is insane.
And I love how he can't be talked to. He's wrong.
You're
but
right.
He's going to
Robin,
fight.
I'm wrong, but I'm
So
not.
don't do
everyone.
it. And you say I abuse you. You're abusing me.
No, not
you don't
about
see
being
that.
right. You're absolutely right. You have absolutely every right to say everything you do. I'm talking.
And then
about...
you walk after we've made a rule. Don't walk in while I'm talking on the air. You walk in, and I'm not supposed to react.
No, you have every right to react.
I mean,
to that.
who's going to sit there and consider my feelings?
No, you asked me why I had my monitor. I'm talking about overall.
Overall. Hey, listen, pal. These are my feelings, I'm telling you. You work for me.
Right. And you maybe have mean feelings towards me. You have every right to
I certainly am angry with you. Yeah.
This
Your behavior's out of control.
wouldn't happen if you got your butt into your chair on time.
Don't make yourself an issue. Get here on time and do your job.
You asked me why I spoke in a certain voice. And that's
All
what
right,
I'm
I'm done.
Stop it.
I'm done, man. I'm done with you. Good night. Go to sleep. Turn up the mic. You just say, hey, I'm sorry, I did the wrong thing, and that's it.
You're right. About being late, I did.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Forget it, Benji. You're standing on a stupid principle.
What
are the principles in his life but stupidity?
Rob, what am I standing on a stupid...
That you have some right to be upset how he addresses you when you're late.
No, I didn't say about being late. I said overall.
Overall.
Throughout the show, throughout the day.
Be quiet.
Yes, Galinsky. Yes, Galinsky. Hello, Galinsky?
Yep.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I just wanted to make the call to Benji and accept his challenge.
Which is?
He challenged me to a fight in the street, but I want to box him in the ring.
Who is this?
This is the guy from the other night that threw the poetry.
Poetry
slam.
Yeah, the monologue slam. Howard, you and I met back at Pseudo.
Oh.
You came in for a meeting one day and kept telling your lawyer to shut up. We were having a...
I told my lawyer to shut up. I don't have a lawyer that I went there with, and I never would tell anybody to shut up. Except for Benji.
We pulled up in a stretch limo and you came out and we had a nice meeting about...
Yeah, but I didn't tell anybody to shut up. That's a lie.
Well, maybe it wasn't shut up. Maybe it was quiet down. I think you were trying to listen anyway.
No.
But anyway, the point is I wanted to see if Benji, if I could honor Benji's challenge and if he's willing to...
All right, you know, hey, Galinsky.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy. I just don't have time for Benji right now. I'm sorry.
You're Benji now. I got you.
Yeah, you know, whoa.
We're not at the monologue slam.
Easy Galinsky.
Easy Galinsky.
Galinsky's got a wild hair this morning.
Hit him.
Hey, Howard. Dude, you got to fire him, man. He's probably got one of the most jobs. Anybody would want to do that. They'd be there at 3 o'clock in the morning. And this guy's strolling in at 6:10, 6:20. This is crazy.
No. All right. Well, that's how I feel, but what do I know?
He don't appreciate what he's got, Howard.
Don't it always seem to go, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
That's right. Make him clean the toilets and see if he likes it.
Thank you.
All right, Howard.
Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my job. Yes, Chris.
Thank you.
Howard.
Yes, Chris.
Good morning. How are you? Listen, Tom and Gary, one of them got to do their job. He's got to go. That's ridiculous. Let's put it this way. If I don't go show up for my job, I don't get paid. They only do it one time. This guy's average. Benji, you just don't appreciate anything you have.
That's not true. I was wrong.
You know, it's pretty bad when you start arguing. So you've done something wrong. You're arguing with Howard. That's ridiculous. You have nothing. Listen.
To a job. I absolutely
agree.
You
have nothing to argue.
I'm not.
You sit there and shut up.
I'm not arguing about it. You're right. I was wrong. If I was in charge, I'd be very mad.
Listen to your voice. You're raising your voice. You're done.
You're right. I'm raising my voice to you, dude.
Listen. You're done. You should not even have anything to say. You should come in there, one thing, at break. I'm sorry, Howard. I was late. That's it. Not I explain this, I come in this. You're done.
I didn't give any excuses. You're right.
You know,
the last caller was right. Anybody would love to have that job, Howard.
Hey, by the way, hey, Chris, I got to tell you something. I'm not even busting the guy's balls that he's late. If he shows up at 8 o'clock, just don't walk in the middle of a monologue.
How nice that is. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. If you're not there, because that's a beautiful thing, but he's taken advantage of it. He's done it from day one.
Right. Really? Thank you. Thank you for saying it. It's tough for me to say at this point.
I don't think that Benji hears it.
No, he doesn't.
But it was nice of him to say it.
Crashing through the doors and the big routine in the halls, it doesn't help the show. I'm only interested in helping the show. I don't want anybody to make any mistake. This isn't about personal relationships with people. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your brother. I'm not your best friend. We're working. You do your job, you get to stay. That's it. It's a cold world, man. A lot of people don't understand that about work. A lot of these people who sue the workplace, and they don't get enough attention from their mother and father, so they want a family that pays attention to them. This ain't no family. Don't kid yourself.
It's not only those people, even the people who get a job, that they want. They try to get that job, and then they get angry at the job because it's not loving and comfortable.
Yeah. There's nothing loving here. This is the coldest room on the planet. There's nothing loving here. You want love? Get married, have a family.
Try that. It might not work.
They won't love you either, chances are. But
don't look for it here. That's the bottom line.
I doubt you'll find any love there, but good luck to you.
Pretty bleak outlook.
Yeah, it's the truth. Wolves have it better than human beings. They stick together. This is cold. This is business. Oh, I feel that breeze. Yes, Heather. Hi, Heather.
Hi, how are you? I love you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to tell Benji he is lucky that you haven't fired him. I just turned on the radio and I was listening. I was late yesterday going into work, and I'm on probation as a probationary employee. Mine was extended because I was late.
I got to tell you something, Heather.
10 minutes late.
You know, as someone who has to, hold the ship down here, hold the fort.
And
I got to tell you something. I got to tell you something. The thought of having to put somebody on probation seems like you're dealing with a child. I choose to be at work and feel everyone's an adult and responsible for their own actions. To sit and put people on probation feels like you're a dad.
Yeah, or at school.
Yeah. And
I know.
It's crazy. I just rely on everyone to do their job, and if they can't do it, at least stay out of my room until the commercial break.
No, I understand, and you are completely within your... I mean, I think you should fire him, but you're giving him a chance, and you know what? The last caller was right. This guy has a good job, and anybody would die to have it.
I don't know if it's a good job or not. That's for him to decide. But if you respect the job and you respect me, you don't disobey me.
Right.
If I'm being reasonable.
It's respect for the boss. I think you are being very reasonable.
Thank you.
If he has any respect for himself.
Well, I don't think he does. I truly don't.
That's not a possibility.
No, I don't. I don't think he does.
You don't think I respect myself?
No, I don't. Why?
Yeah.
You abuse yourself, first of all. You abuse your body.
Do you respect
yourself?
yourself?
You're sitting there eating Jell-O and...
Do you respect yourself? Will you listen? You asked
I'm not debating with you. I didn't ask you if I respect myself or what your opinion is. You said to me you don't think I respect yourself.
Listen.
I told you, no, I don't. Now, don't ask a question if you don't want the answer. You do not respect yourself. That's all. That's my opinion.
Listen.
Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. What can I tell you?
You have every right.
You know whether you respect yourself or not.
This is a message to the caller.
I don't know if you respect yourself.
You have every right to be.
How do I? You asked me, do I think you respect yourself? I don't think you do, but you only know if you respect yourself.
You knew.
How would I know if you respect yourself? You asked if I think you respect yourself. I don't think you do. You know if you respect yourself.
You knew.
You know.
You knew.
I don't know. How can I answer whether you respect yourself?
Then why are you answering?
You asked me what I thought.
I got the answer.
I think you don't respect yourself.
And then I asked you, I'm trying to get your definition of self-respect.
No, you asked me, do I think I respect myself? I'm not interested in discussing it with you.
Well, I was.
Doesn't matter. That's not part.
Here we go. With It's All About Benji. He still doesn't get it.
Robin, about being late.
All right, thank you.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So just don't disrespect me anymore.
When you talk about other things about my life, I am going to respond to it.
Oh, be quiet.
No, you be quiet.
No, you be quiet. Because you're totally out of line. You're out of line.
I mean, how many times are you going to... You like bringing this conversation on yourself because you walk in here and you tiptoe in while I'm talking. If you didn't want this conversation, you wouldn't have done that. So I know you want this. Whether you know you want this or not is another question.
You're reveling in it.
Yeah.
Because for the last 20 minutes now, we've been talking about Benji.
Yeah. Good for you. You got the Benji show today. You did it. You got to me. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, you're not that busy, man. Benji's the one that's busy.
Right. You're right. Benji must be very busy. Can't get here in the morning.
You know, I'm not going to go to work on time today. I want some attention.
There you go. If you want attention, you'll get it by being late. Trust me.
You need an assistant that knows what's going on, too, because you got too many people leeching off you. So I got time for you if you want a real assistant.
Well, thank you, Joe.
All right, you have a good day, man.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Something tells me Joe would be a bit of a problem,
I think he'd be another Benji.
All right, I got to take a break. I was telling you, I was going to talk to you about an obsession I had. That was what I was going to open the show with, but I unfortunately was interrupted, and I lost my train of thought. So I apologize to my audience.
I'm sure that was much more entertaining than the Benji show.
I thought it was pretty good. You were going to hear about me neurotically weighing myself.
No.
And I was going to reveal something about myself, but
oh dear.
I guess this is more important.
It's more important we learn about Benji.
Well, subconsciously, you must not want to have talked about it.
Yeah, okay, Benji. Okay, yeah, dude. I'll train myself to ignore you.
Well, so you must not want to have talked about it.
Can somebody strangle him?
Yeah, I mean, really, dude, you are out of it. You're just out of it. You're not reading the situation properly. Yes, King. King of All Blacks.
Benji, man, I love you, man. You're a nice guy, man. But do you really do that on purpose?
Do what?
Coming late like that.
No, that's wrong.
No, he doesn't know why he does what he does. He's not introspective.
I got to be here at 3:45 in the morning. And now nobody's here. I got keys to open up, take the sweep out, and I don't have to punch in anything, but I'm here on time. I'm not bragging, but I'm here on time.
Punches your wife or your girlfriend.
Hey, dude, seriously, you should listen to him because the point is...
What do you say about I punch her?
Yeah.
You said on the air.
I don't punch my girlfriend.
You've never talked about hitting your girlfriend to get her in line?
All right, listen, I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this.
See,
Gag him.
Benji, I like you. You're going to do that? You're going to say that to me, man?
I like you, too, but have you ever...
All right. Hey, King, thanks.
You know what else I noticed about you, Benji? You just seem sad or something.
Well, it's pathetic.
Man, you got your health. I mean, what are you sad for?
I'll tell you why he's sad. He's pathetic because he doesn't even know that he makes himself late on purpose. That's the sad thing. When, being late, you could be a monkey and figure out how to get somewhere on time. You could be retarded. Wendy the retard could get here on time. If you don't know, you consciously are making a decision to be late.
You don't think he knows? I don't think he's that dumb.
No, he doesn't know. Is that, what, setting your alarm 10 minutes earlier and solving all your problems wouldn't be the smart way to do it? This is a disturbed guy.
And he's not the only one. There's a lot of people that do that at jobs. Like at my job, people act like they hurt. I mean, you just got to come to work. It might not be exciting to you, but you just got to...
Well, it's more exciting to have, to run in and everyone's paying. Where's Benji? Benji's a wild guy and he's crazy. No. 10 minutes early, all problems solved. Come here, you make yourself a cup of coffee, whatever it is, you get yourself set up.
But then that's not Benji.
That's called professional.
You want to be happy? Get some more enforcers.
Well, you ain't going to get them if you're unprofessional.
Hey, Benji, trust me, you're not a wild guy, man. You're just a calm guy, and just be yourself. Stop trying to be something that you're not. And I don't punch my girlfriend anymore.
Okay.
I punch my wife.
All right, thank you, King. Thank you.
I'm in.
Out. King out.
King out.
All right, we're going to try and get past this now. I'm done with this topic. I have a lot more to say, but not about this.
Yeah, I just have the feeling he's been drawn into the coma.
Yeah. I'm out of it now.
All right.
But just so we don't feel bad for not picking Dennis, would you be willing to let us pick shit out of your ass? Because we're going to miss out on that with Dennis.
Absolutely.
Oh, sure. I don't care.
You don't care.
I'll put it even on my resume.
Can you say, I love to kill deers?
Oh, sure.
Let me hear you say it.
I love to kill deers.
I like to kill deer.
I even like to eat deer meat.
All right. Well,
I like to kill deer.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate. That's right. Let me congratulate Bigfoot, the $5,000 grand prize winner.
Our new Wack Packer.
Are you going to have to split that with the guy who...
yeah, I'm going to have to split that with him because he rented the car for me.
Do you know what half of 5,000 is?
Yeah, I know what 5,000 is.
What's half of 5,000?
500.
All right.
So when he gets 500.
Good for you.
He gets
Congratulations.
$500.
That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Stern.
What about you, Toby? You know what half of 5,000 is?
2,500.
Exactly. That's the right answer. Yeah. You're too polished for this show.
Yeah. Good luck, Bigfoot.
Yeah. He can't shake your hand. He doesn't move.
All right.
Dennis,
he was pat him on the back.
Yeah, that's his front.
Careful. Yeah.
Excuse me,
he could be fragile.
Yeah, don't hurt him.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad. How you doing,
best
buddy?
move so far, you'll see it on the best move. I'm sorry, 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt that precious moment, but the best thing I just saw was Bigfoot trying to shake Dennis's hand while Dennis can't move an inch. That was very, very good. That's true Wack Pack material. And you were saying, Dennis, that you feel bad about Artie's dad.
Yes, I do. I feel very bad.
Yes.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Artie, how long did he live when he became paralyzed?
He lived 4.5 years afterwards.
Oh,
and, a bed sore was a big problem with it. Well, one of the things.
Oh, my God. I'm on a roll then. I'm 20 years.
Yeah.
You're going to be around a long time, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, while I don't have $5,000 for you, I do have $500 cash from the new movie, The Descent.
Half of 5,000.
That's right. Breathe Your Last Breath in theaters everywhere. I have that for Dennis, and I'd like to give something to Toby as well.
Thank you very much.
What do we have for Toby? I want to give him some money, too.
I don't have any money for Toby.
Well, we're going to get some money for Toby, aren't we?
Let me try to get some money for Toby. Maybe the Descent will give me a couple more bucks.
All right, maybe the Descent will kick in some bucks. Toby,
Can Toby smile?
Yeah.
Toby, let me see you smile.
No.
You know, I wanted to ask Toby one quick last thing. Hey, Toby, I'm good friends with the kid who played you in the movie, Judah Friedlander.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Do you still talk to him, and did you like his portrayal of you in the movie?
He did an excellent job portraying me. He was almost like his twin brother. In fact, I saw Judah last week. He appeared at Hilarity's Comedy Club in Cleveland.
He's a great comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good stand-up.
He calls himself the world champion.
Yeah.
And as an actor, Toby, I congratulate you on all of your success. Also, how are you? I know your community is reeling from the Mel Gibson story. How are you feeling about all of it?
I could care less about Mel Gibson.
Right. He's someone you don't even pay attention to.
Not really, no.
Right.
How do you feel about the Jews?
I'm friends with Jew people, so no problem.
All right. And what about you, Dennis? You like the Jews?
I don't even know what a Jew is.
You're kidding me.
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't know what a Jew is?
I don't know what a Jew is.
Wait a minute. Let me rethink my vote.
Somebody who pinches pennies is.
Right. Bigfoot can teach you. Bigfoot, what can you tell Dennis about the Jews so he learns about them?
Jewish people, they'll pick garbage out of dumpsters and side of street corners or bottles or whatever it is. You'll find them picking up all kinds of stuff.
So you're actually saying my family are Jews?
Does your family pick garbage and take money out of the garbage pail?
No, not really, but some of them, quite a few of them, are scumbums.
Oh, I see.
That's what he basically are.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Well,
a
Bigfoot,
gold mine.
A gold mine it is. We picked the right guy.
Bigfoot's a Nazi.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, Bigfoot, you know, I'm going to think about your name because we had a Bigfoot on the show. Yeah. And I was thinking...
I got it tattooed to my arm and everything.
Well, all right. I guess
we can't change his name.
I was going to change it to Sasquatch, but...
that's all right, too.
Would you tattoo that on yourself, Sasquatch?
I could.
All right.
It's the same thing.
$5,000, I'll tattoo anything to me it is.
All right. Well, thank you. I got to tell you, we've got ourselves America's Next Wack Pack or Bigfoot. He won $5,000 thanks to my good friends at GoldenPalace.net, the Internet's #1 free casino game site. I want to also thank Dennis and Toby for this great contest.
Yes.
Thanks very much. Good luck, Bigfoot.
Thank you, and thank you for saying that to Bigfoot. Dennis, if you want to congratulate Bigfoot, go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
Oh, he's all pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, since Toby's gay, do you have any interest in putting him on the Sybian?
Toby, no. I mean, Toby's in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to remain committed to my friend.
Well, yeah, I don't want you cheating.
Is there a marriage in the offing?
Maybe not. As I said, we're like 150 miles apart, and we see each other off and on.
Probably for the
best. My commitments are in Cleveland. His commitments are in Columbus.
Ever make love to a woman? You ever try to make love to a woman?
I had a close call once. But this is back when I was 15 years old.
Yes.
I was home alone. This girl who I went to high school with wanted to go to bed with me, but I can imagine how my parents would react if they were to come home and find me in bed with a woman, especially since I did not have any protection. At 15 years old, I obviously could not afford a baby on a paper route income.
I see. Well, that was smart thinking. I
Very
respect you for that.
logical.
Are there any men in this room that you are attracted to? I know you're standing next to Gary Delabate.
I never gave it any thought.
You haven't thought about any of the guys here?
Oh, come on, I'm paralyzed.
What's that?
I said, oh, come on, I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, as I said, I am in a relationship,
Right.
so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, stop teasing.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Bigfoot, congratulations. We're going to be seeing a lot more from you. You are going to be whisked off into a lifestyle you could never imagine.
All right. Thank you very much.
And you'll probably be on lots of shows now. You'll probably have to do your own show here at Sirius Satellite, the Bigfoot Show.
All right.
And we are very, very happy to welcome you to the family.
Wait to
All right. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, this is only scratching the surface, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, thank you. And I hope to hear from Toby and Dennis in the future, too.
Hey, there's always next time.
Thanks, Howard.
All right. And we might have to change your name. We're considering Grizzly Moron, a Sasquatch, all different... Sorry?
My name?
Yes, we got to think of the right name, but maybe it'll just be Bigfoot and leave it at that.
All right.
All right, there
Sounds
we go.
good to me. You want to make a creature out of me? Go right ahead.
We were thinking about another name.
Maybe we can make King Kong out of me.
No, why not?
King Kong comes to New York.
I bet you were teased a lot as a kid, too.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
A real lot.
Another name we were kicking around is big guy with weird voice who got blown by a dude.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I have explosive outbursts. It is. I do things real speedy. It is. If somebody calls me out on a mission, it is. I'm right there, like snap of a finger. I even had cops call me before it is. Come up and pick up DWI people that have been drunk while he tried to drive.
All right, don't use up all your material right now.
You can drive?
Yes, I can drive. I even got my own Cadillac.
Wow.
Cadillac Brom DeVille.
Oh.
All right, but there's a lot to learn, Robin, but we can't do it right now. I do have Cuba Gooding Jr. sitting in the next room. I want to thank these three gentlemen, these three great finalists, and I want to thank, of course, the great people at GoldenPalace.net, and I want to thank the movie The Descent, and we'll be back right after these words, and let's all welcome Bigfoot to the family.
Well, how come you were late today, Benji? What's going on with you, pal? You live a half a block from the station. No offense. I mean, really.
No, I understand.
It makes you look real bad to me.
I know. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's not even funny to me anymore.
I'm not
to the point that, like, I really don't know that I need you around here anymore.
I agree with you.
Okay.
It's embarrassing. It's not gonna happen.
What is going on? What's going on? No joke.
There's been some stuff that I'm not going to talk about, but it's basically, it's my fault if I'm late. I know.
So now it's my problem that you have stuff going on.
No, it's not.
Is it a health issue?
No.
All right. Then there's no reason that you should be late.
I agree with you.
I still don't know what stuff could stop him from getting here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, what type of stuff? Is personal business, like a girl or something? I mean, a girl keeps you from getting here?
It's my fault I'm late.
Yeah, but every day. It's embarrassing to me. You're making me look stupid now, like, for keeping you here. You can't be here on time. I mean, Fred's here on time. Artie's on time. Artie's an alcoholic and he's here on time.
Thank you, Howard.
Appreciate it. And I mean that.
An alcoholic is doing better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Robin.
No, really. I mean, the guy comes in from Jersey, he's in a stupor, and he's able to come to work.
All of a sudden, I'm getting hit with shrapnel.
All right.
Somehow this conversation is going to cost me work.
Right. Man, it's totally irresponsible when he gets here. Well, seriously, what's going on? Talk to me and give me a reasonable answer, and I'll understand. But come on.
There's not. It's like you said. There's no excuse.
Want me to be the big daddy here and say if you're late again, you're fired?
No, I wouldn't want that.
Okay, if you're late again, you're fired. How's that? Is that going to motivate you? Well, what am I, a pushover? No. I guess I'm a pushover. That's what it is. I'm a pushover. I'm a sucker.
Whenever he gets here is fine.
Yeah, you just do your own thing, Benji. It doesn't affect me. You know, I don't even care if you don't show up anymore, but the thing is, it makes me look like a dummy to the rest of my staff.
I get it.
So in other words, Howard, we all have to be on time, but Benji doesn't.
I get it.
You're really not that important to me.
I get it.
Okay?
No, Benji must be very special.
Well, yeah, and he's going to screw up my organization. You're a cancer.
I get it.
No, you don't. Because I had this discussion with you for the last couple of months, and you're not getting it. You say you get it, and then you don't get it. Now you got it?
I got it then, but I didn't get it then, but I got it now.
I don't feel any differently about this than you do.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the one that has to watch you and be the one that scolds you.
I understand.
I don't like this role.
I know.
I want to abdicate.
I know you don't. You don't want it. I know. I don't blame you.
So what is the problem? Explain to me.
I messed up.
How many days have you messed up? Like yesterday you messed up? The day before you messed up? I mean, you got to be here by 10 to 6.
Okay.
Do you have an alarm?
I have literally 3 alarms.
Yeah. Don't keep scratching your face because it's turning beet red.
All right.
So you get like hives. Look at his face. It's all bloody red.
You know what? I can't see him.
It's fun to yell at him, watch him turn red. Uncomfortably scratching.
It's hard to tell if this is sinking in. Because
he's pushing his hair. No, because it becomes a big joke.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then I have to go, okay, you're fired if you're late again.
I'm embarrassed.
And I don't want to fire the guy, but I got to. And everyone's like, you're not going to fire me because it's a big joke.
I would, if I was in your place, I would be much angrier and much less patient than you.
Right.
And I was with people before when they worked for me.
Yeah, Jason, get a picture of his red face. Put it up on the website. Look at that. The forehead's all turning red.
Where did people work for Benji?
What did he say?
He said he used to be a boss and he would get angry when people were late.
He was at the psychic hotline.
Yeah, where was that?
The bachelor party.
Actually,
where did you work?
Here, in the back office when I was more in charge of the interns.
You were in charge of the interns?
And not
really.
No, to an extent, I had interns that worked directly under me. To an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, I did.
Fetch me my Soul Plane T-shirt.
And there was a guy that was late all the time, and I said, I'm not going to put up with it.
All right, well, whatever. I'm not putting up with it. Should I make the edict? If he's late again, he's fired?
I think you have to, and I'll tell you why, too. Because, first of all, Benji used to have...
But we got to stick to it.
Benji had one intern that worked for him a semester. But, Benji, you saw what went on between John and I with the same thing, with the lateness, how angry we would get, how Howard takes it seriously. So,
see, but I never fired John because I kind of felt like John was important to the show because he stuttered. But Benji doesn't even stutter.
I could.
So it's like, what do I need to take his crap for?
He's willing to get naked, though, at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, I like the guy. He ain't in here because I don't like him. It's just, I got to sit down. I got to lay down the law or I look stupid to the rest of my people. I mean,
you know what? You know how I see this? And I was going to have this conversation with Benji off the air, but I'll just say it on the air. If I was working for an organization that was at a critical time where we are now, where there's restructuring going on possibly and movement, I would not do anything to draw attention to myself like being late chronically. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might step it up even a little bit.
Exactly. I might get here at 5:30. No, really.
I agree with you.
I know.
I've cut down to 7 drinks every night.
I mean, in all seriousness, Artie's drunk a lot and shows up on time.
He shocks me how on time he is for what he does.
For the way he abuses himself, I mean, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, Artie goes to the Yankee game and drinks 14 Jacks, right?
And he's here.
Gets home at 3 in the morning because he's got to stop for a slice of pizza. So he gets an hour and a half of sleep, and he's here.
You ask anyone I've ever worked with from construction when I really had problems. I've always been on time. I'm a punctual person.
Right. It doesn't matter if he's green when he gets here.
The problems start when I actually start working. Like every movie I've ever done, I was always on time. The problem started when the acting would begin.
Right.
That's true. The only time I know of that he was a little irresponsible was when he was supposed to go to that audition from Las Vegas.
Are you doing any drugs?
No.
Do you take drugs?
No.
Seriously? Are you a drug addict?
Absolutely not.
Do you smoke?
No.
You drink? Are you having a drinking problem?
No. I mean, I go to bars and very occasionally.
But you know, I mean, really, what could be? Tell me the reason you're late.
There's not an excuse for it.
Well, wait a second. You hinted at the beginning that there was a personal issue going on.
What's the issue?
It's not worthy of an excuse.
So there is no excuse. In other words, you're lying when you say there was something.
No, I'm not lying.
So then what is the reason you're late? I'm curious.
There are certain things I think that contribute to it, but it's not an excuse.
Like what? What contributes? Maybe I should make me understand. What contributes to it?
I'm not going to bring it up on the air.
What could contribute to your tardiness?
You know what? Someone could have, being shot at and they could still be on time. So there's no really...
No, but maybe something's going on. What was going on? Are you having trouble sleeping? What is it? I'm curious.
Is it night terrors?
No.
What is it?
There's not an excuse.
Tell me. You know there is. Something. What happened this morning that you were late? I'm curious. Because I don't understand it. I'm never late. How do you become so late? What went wrong this morning, if I may ask?
I messed up.
Okay. You've got 3 alarm clocks. What happens when the alarm clocks go off?
What happened? Did you fall back to sleep? Well, I'm serious. I'm asking you a real conversation. I see your mind searching for a joke. I don't want a joke.
I'm not searching for a joke.
What went on this morning that you're late?
Well, specifically, the action that caused it is I was going to sleep for another 5 minutes.
Okay, and then you have 3 alarms. So 1 alarm went off. Did the second one trigger in?
Yes.
And then the third one triggered in?
I actually had 2 today.
All right, and so even after the second one, you slept 5 more minutes.
And you didn't wake up.
Now, I'm going to help you out here because I'm a nice guy.
No, you know what? I'm not going to be late anymore.
No, but can I tell you something? I'm going to help you out.
I know.
I have 1 alarm, and I'll tell you what happens. As soon as the alarm goes off, I pop out of the bed. And I go, I don't want to get out of bed. I go, pop out. I put my feet on the floor. I'm up and running.
It's the hardest move you got to make, but you got to make it.
I know.
And I help you. I don't have to help you. I'm a good guy. I'm a great guy. Most guys would just throw you right out of here.
You know what?
Exactly. All right, so don't do it anymore.
Because getting up isn't that hard.
All right, one more time you're fired. That's going to help you. I'm doing it tough love. All right?
Well,
out the door.
I'd rather you wouldn't say that because it's
Fired.
going to make a game of it with
No game.
It's not a game.
Oh, this ain't no game.
This is
it.
called the end game, Benji.
This is what you got to do with your children.
It'll make me so crazy, I'll end up start sleeping here. I just know what will happen.
When
I'm asking you don't.
When I was listen, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, my mother would say to me, one more time and that's it, and she meant business. With my own kids, always meant business. This is it. One more time, you're fired. Square business right now. Look me in the eye. I'm telling you the truth. I don't want to have to do it, but you force me to do it. I give you 57 chances. You keep abusing me. So I'm not going to be abused anymore. I expect you to be here on time.
Now, you understand, it was in your power not to have this happen.
I hate doing this. I never do this with anybody.
I know.
And, Benji, you realize that this is not, Howard's not giving you this edict on the 1st, the 5th, or even probably the 20th time.
This is the 50th time. Bro, it can't be any more fun job than sitting here and hanging out, seeing naked chicks.
Well, I was going to say, you know what helps me?
On people.
You know what helps me, and I'm being very serious here, is you got to think about what you're getting up to go do. Because I used to get up to load. I get up, and when it's hard for me, I'm not going to load trucks for 12 hours.
We're going to see naked chicks.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the
essentially, we're going to get to do every pervy thing we've ever dreamt of doing.
And it's like a 4.5-hour gig.
Yeah, dude, and then go home and do what you have to do.
The only part that remotely feels like work is getting up for 2 seconds, and then the rest is just fun.
Yeah. What do we just do during the commercials? We listen to Korn play for us personally.
Yeah.
Right, when 15,000 people tomorrow night are going to pay big money to be in various parts of the arena to see them. You were 10 feet away.
No, I agree. If I worked at 7-Eleven, I shouldn't be late. I agree with you.
No, 7-Eleven, you should be late.
Yeah.
That's understandable. I'd say, you know what? I get it. It's a horrible job.
You can pee all over that job.
Right. This job, you can't tell me is horrible. I'm in here talking my brains out. You're sitting there eating heads of lettuce.
Yeah, has he made a salad yet today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're preparing foods. I mean, dude, you're having a party.
I know.
You got to be here, what, 6 o'clock in the morning? Okay, that's a negative. I'll give you that. But I get my ass here. You know what? I'd be here. I'd set my clock for 5 o'clock.
It's the only negative.
It's the only negative.
You live across the street, dude.
It's always that way. The people that live the closest are always the latest.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, it's going to change now because now he knows. And I'm being serious, and that's it.
What you have to do is move to Kentucky.
Yeah. Then you'll get here on time.
Do you know I have an intern, Howard, that commutes 3 days a week from Albany to New York? I'm not kidding you.
Come here.
Come here in the morning.
And
Albany, New York, it's a 2.5-hour. I think she gets up. I think she's on a 2:30 bus.
That's a winner. Wow. Right there. That girl's got motivation.
I had an intern who commuted 5 days a week. She was Robin's News intern. 5 days a week from Philadelphia.
Impressive.
Never late.
Benji, you should be ashamed.
I am.
He's late to the world's greatest party every morning.
But he still gets to participate, so what's the big deal?
Yeah, there's got to be a rule here. It's insulting to me. And it's insulting to the people who get here on time who drive in from Albany on a train.
Yeah, how can we tell interns who aren't even paid?
Right. All right. Enough of that discussion. I'm never going to have that discussion again, right?
Right.
Okay. Good man. There you go. All done. Tough love. Hate to lose the guy, but I'm betting on him able to do it.
It's on him.
Is Benji really late?
Oh, for your birthday, you have to fire him.
You're laughing, but I got to fire him.
Really?
I said you're fired.
No, I know. I know.
You did say that?
Yeah. I did.
Wow. Well, happy birthday.
Maybe he's just sick.
There's a present.
Better not to come in.
Better to be sick.
Yeah. Call in, Benji, if you're anywhere in the hall. Go outside and call in.
See, seriously, if I don't fire the dude, then what good is it? I mean, seriously, I said to the guy, don't be late anymore or you're fired.
See, the rap I do in the office with the interns is, if one intern comes in late or comes and goes as they please, it sends a bad message to all the other ones.
I know, and I like Benji, but you know what? It's enough already. It's time for him to move on to a new gig.
Obviously, he's still in bed asleep, I think.
I don't know. He's the only guy I know who can't get in here on time.
He could be standing outside the door.
Oh, that's true, too.
I like the guy, but I got to fire him. Don't I?
I don't know what you said to him.
On the air, I said to him, Benji, I've had it. I'm being serious. If you're late again, you're fired. Can you deal with that? Yes, he goes, I can deal with it. I said,
then he's firing himself then.
Right.
How long ago?
He fired himself, but it's going to be I fired him.
But you have to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad.
You want to get Trump to
That's
fire
not
him?
anything to happen for your birthday.
I got to fire a guy on my birthday.
Call Trump. He'll do it.
I'm serious. It really pains me.
And he does. It's a weird thing.
Why do guys put me in this position is what I want to know.
Because they are hoping that you can't go through with it.
Why? Why the test?
Well, they have this problem. It's a personal problem. And they have to test and test and test. And it's really about their lack of self-esteem. They don't think they should be where they are, so somehow they have to sabotage themselves.
Right, and then blame me for the rest of their lives.
But you'll be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Why me? Why me? Why did it have to be me?
And it's a weird thing because I'm sure that in his mind it's like, what's
the big deal?
Yeah, it's not like he's late for heart surgery, but it's important to us.
I explained it to him. A, it's important to me, and B, he's kind of like. So what does that say to Artie, Fred, even me? What is it like? None of us have to be on time,
dude. I live in Connecticut. I got up this morning and brushed snow off my car. I'd have much rather slept another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's in the city.
He's down the block. Howard, he lives like 500 yards from the station.
It pains me that I got to fire the guy. I like him. I like his work.
If you're taking a vote,
tell Baba Booey to do
if you're taking a vote, don't fire him.
Why?
No, he's not voting. There's no vote, Artie.
I don't know. I always feel bad for people.
Yeah, well, you're a guy who gets a lot of chances.
I've gotten a lot of second chances in my life.
Well, he's had second, third, fourth, fifth.
We've done this with people where we give them 27 chances and they just pee all over me.
Right.
I'll have to ask Tom what to do.
And the thing is, you voice the ultimatum.
Eventually I do.
And the problem with that is you must go through with it or it means nothing. You have no place else to go. Now you're saying, all right, carte blanche, you can come in anytime you want.
All right, Tom's a management guy. You're still a little wacky over there. I can't go. You're an artist.
I'm simply saying you're the one who gave him the ultimatum.
I know all this. Let's go to a management guy. Why can't we go to a management guy?
Very well.
All right.
We're going.
I mean, you did.
I said it 57 times.
No, Howard, I can attest to that. You without question did do that. Definitely gave him that ultimatum.
All right, let Tom finish.
I think that if there's something in you that says you want to keep him, he's suspended for the rest of the week or this week and next week without pay.
Oh, so he gets to sleep in.
Without pay.
Without pay. I'm saying without pay.
But you know what? That's an interesting thing, Howard, because it does. You do sort of send a message to him that this is really it. I don't think he'd taken it serious up to that point. If you suspended him, he'd be like, "Oh my God," and then that would be the final straw. The next time would be it.
Can't come in, no pay, and it's either for the rest. It's got to be at least a week.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to say to the guy, I'm serious about this.
Well, what I'm saying to you is don't give ultimatums. What you should do is check with the management guy how to handle it when you're having trouble.
Do you think I handled it wrong?
No, I think you put him on notice. I think you've been very tolerant, but I also think that you like him, you like his work, and you're willing to tolerate. So if you give him this final, then you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I did everything plus one step beyond to give the guy the chance. But
sometimes you and I give guys multiple chances, and then we end up getting smacked in the head.
You get burned every time.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel bad about it? Do you feel like we ever allowed ourselves to be used when we didn't want to, and we didn't do the humane thing for everybody at every point, and then we're driven to the point where we couldn't do it? We just couldn't tolerate it anymore.
Right. Well, I just feel it makes me look bad if I keep saying to this guy, you're going to be fired, and then I don't fire him.
As a parent, you wouldn't do this to your children because that's sending the wrong message.
And I will tell you, there's a guy that we know who would always, that's one of the analogies he would always use. If I tell you this is what's going to happen and it doesn't happen, then where's my credibility?
Right. He put him, as Robin said, he put himself in this position.
Because he agreed to it. He said, I can handle that. If that's what you say the rule is, I can deal with it.
If someone was going to describe this job to somebody, they would say, look, it's going to be loads of fun. You're going to be on the best show ever. You're going to get a ton of exposure. You might get a little fame out of it. But the one thing, you got to be there at 6 a.m.
You got to show up.
Or it's over.
You got to be there at 6 a.m. That's the one part that feels like work.
Showing up and being on the job is a huge part of any job and anybody's responsibility. You gotta
and
be there,
most jobs don't come with these kind of benefits.
And also,
oh, no way.
It's saying I don't care that much about the job.
It's certainly not a good message.
Or I'm so important, they'll put up with it.
If I'm him, I'm calling in sick.
Yeah, he better, fake a sore throat, something.
So where was that call, though?
Well, maybe...
He was so sick he overslept the wake-up call.
Oh, come on.
Right. And the call should have been at 5:45.
Right, not at
10.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I understand it, but if he's having an operation at this moment,
Right.
well,
That's one thing.
It would have been impossible
If
to
he's
make
having
the
an
call.
operation, but if he calls in and says I have a cold, he could have called Gary. He could have called Gary at any point.
There's.
Look, when I got this job full-time, I had about 20 friends who called me and said, it's going to be the best 3 weeks of your life because after 3 weeks, you're not going to make it there at 6 a.m. every day, just knowing me. And I said, no, guys, this is important.
And you've done it.
I guarantee I'll get there every day.
And Artie has to overcome way more obstacles than Benji because Benji doesn't go out drinking during the week or anything.
Well, I mean, I can get here. I just
No, you always get here.
It is funny, the guy closest
to the
is the one
station
who has the hardest time to getting here on time.
Yeah.
Gary comes from Connecticut. I come from Westchester.
Yeah.
I mean,
he has a walk. He didn't even have to take transportation.
Yeah, it's really hard for him to be late.
I got up this morning.
Yeah, you'd really have to put effort into being late.
Right.
I got up this morning. There's snow all over the car, so that's like an extra 4 minutes because I got to brush the snow off and start the car, and I got to drive a little slower because I haven't plowed the snow. I got like 2 inches left.
And you managed to get here.
But he got to be here. This is the job.
Maybe he's saying, look, I need a push out the door because I really need to get something going of my
That
own.
could be it, too.
Maybe he's relying on me to push him out.
It's too easy and comfortable, so he needs somebody else. He can't actually leave on his own. He needs a push out the door.
There's times I'll tell the guy at the bagel store, look, you can't toast it. Can't do it. Just butter
All right, let me ask you a question. Am I being a dick if I fire this guy?
No.
Well, he'll consider it.
Okay, well, he's got to do whatever he's got to do.
Yeah.
I don't think Benji's like that. I don't
was
think
my ultimatum
I don't think you think you're a dick.
Was my ultimatum way too harsh?
Maybe it was premature for you since you're not ready to act on it.
I actually am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Then why are you having this discussion?
Because I feel bad for anyone who gets fired.
Especially on your birthday.
Especially on my birthday.
Sets a bad precedent. Yes, he fired me on his birthday. Don't go in on Howard's birthday.
Maybe he was relying on the fact that it was my birthday.
Maybe he's celebrating.
But you know what? Like I had a thought. Like there's a service you can use, right? That calls you and wakes you up. Okay.
I mean, if the guy's dead, then I understand.
We feel bad.
Then he's not fired.
Right.
Then we'll
He's
go to
not fired if he's dead?
Right.
But there's a service that you can use that calls you every morning. You pay for it. I don't know if it's $5 a day, but they call you every morning and they wake you up.
That won't work with him.
But he probably doesn't want to leave his phone on all night because he doesn't want to get woken up by other calls. But the thing is, that's a sacrifice you have to make. There's a chance you'll get woken up at night by people you don't want to make sure you get woken up every morning.
Right.
The alarm clocks aren't cutting it. I think he said he got 3 now. That doesn't seem to be working.
Or you dedicate a separate line to it, and so you can turn off one line, but you have one wake-up line.
All right, so when he comes in, I'm going to suspend him.
Right, because I think there's a good process, and I think that...
I'm going to suspend him and say I need time to think about what we're going to do.
Oh, and then you'll take him back.
No, probably not. Probably not.
No?
Oh, dear.
It gives you the opportunity to think harder about it and make a decision what you want to do.
Okay.
So when he comes in, if he comes in right now, you're going to say, turn around and leave.
Yeah.
Go home. You're not getting paid.
No.
I'm going to miss him.
See, he spoiled my birthday. That's why I'm mad.
Well, let me tell you my gift then. Let's get off of Benji and onto my gift.
Yeah, what is this gift? It's
a card?
But it's called a Beacon gift card.
It's the Beacon restaurant.
Oh.
You'll love this restaurant.
It's a great restaurant.
Knowing the kind of food you like.
Thank you.
It should be plenty of money for you and Beth to have a very nice dinner.
Yeah, I thought you left a receipt, but this is how much money I've got.
So you know what you.
It's funny because you asked Tom for a sit-down dinner.
Right, and now you're getting it.
Now you're getting it.
Oh, how nice. Thank you. I mean, it's so unnecessary. You know what? I don't want any gifts.
But you know what? I'd like you to try this place.
Thank you.
It's where I go all the time. And
Beacon.
Yeah.
I'm going to
just
try
down
it.
the block.
What kind of food?
They grill everything.
Yeah, grill.
It's wonderful.
I've been there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent place.
Well, thank Penelope for me, and thank you. That's very nice.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sorry, Benji ruined it.
How old are you today? That'll make you feel better.
43 now.
What?
I don't want to talk about it.
What? How old are you?
51 years old. How old are you?
How old did you say you were? I didn't hear you.
How old are you?
Wait a minute.
Wait, no, how old are you?
It's not my birthday. How old did you say you were?
I don't like you.
What? What was it?
I really don't like
didn't
you.
hear you.
I don't like you.
I didn't hear you.
I'll respect you professionally, but you're suspended.
You look good, man.
How do I suspend you?
You look good for a man in his late 50s.
I know. That's what it feels like.
Oh, dear.
I said to the psychiatrist, I'm really old. And he goes, that's not old. But he's got to be, I don't know how old he is.
I was going to say, are you younger or older than your shrink?
I'm younger.
You're younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Father Time.
That's good.
Yeah, I ain't telling a guy everything who's younger than me. It's just not going to happen.
Wouldn't
You know
that
what? I
be
agree
funny,
with you.
though, if you're sitting there with some young whippersnapper
punk.
You know, you
crying
don't
about your life?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD.
No.
Hey, Rob, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hi, bro.
Long-time listener. You've given Benji 100 different, excuses. He's given you 100 different excuses. I think you should definitely fire this guy. He's
All
got
right.
one of the best jobs going, and he sucks.
Thank you.
So, how many times can you cut this guy a break?
Yeah, you're right.
And
I know.
we have no idea where he is at this moment.
No. I'm sure he's freaking out, but you know what? He's a good cat. He's a nice dude. But he's screwing me up because he makes me look like a wimp to my people. That I can't keep things under control. And I've said it 57 times. He's got
57 different ways.
Yeah, he's got to understand that. Come on.
Artie
ain't
Lane
fair.
goes out every night and parties like a madman. He's there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artie has at times stayed and just slept here.
Yeah, well, look, I happen to be dedicated, bro.
I mean, and Artie's got a whole different thing going with me than Benji. I mean, Benji's one of these guys that writes for the show, like Sal and Richard, and look, I rely on those guys to be on time because it's the right thing to do, and it's a job.
Well, what always fascinated me about Benji is he worked and worked and worked to get the job,
And then kind of
and then started screwing up right away.
when he
As
got
soon as
it.
he got it.
Yeah. Weird.
That's so rude. I mean, in business, you can't have that sort of thing.
No, you can't.
It's a great job, but he's good at it. He's very good at what he does, I think.
No one's saying no.
No, I
Artie,
know.
That ain't fair. You're defending the guy. I'm the guy who hired him. I think he's real good.
I'm just trying to.
Artie, you're
Stop
gonna
him.
you're gonna forgive him how many more times?
No, look, I think what you're doing is probably the right thing based on all that's happened.
I mean, I hate being a guy in charge.
I'm just trying.
He's doing this to me.
I could never do it. I could never be in charge.
I know. I hate it.
It's getting to be
But, what am I going to do? If I put it out there 57 times, you're going to be fired. At some point, he's making me look like the boy who cried wolf.
But also, he should know himself. He should say, Howard, no, I don't want you to say that. I'm not ready for that yet. Or so then you say, all right, you're suspended the next time, and then you're fired.
The other thing with Benji is this job is amazing for a kid like him, too, because he comes in dressed however he wants.
Right.
No other workplace is going to tolerate how he looks. Sometimes.
Yeah, but he's saying, you see, in a way, what he's saying, and he doesn't even know he's saying it, is, hey, look, I don't value this that much. As much as you might think I should. Or whatever. Or he's acting something out with somebody.
Yeah, this is some kind of thing.
This is some kind of thing. No, I understand a guy being late. It happens. Hey, I've been late 2 times in 25 years.
And it's
30
your
years.
show.
Yeah.
You could be late every day.
Yeah. I understand being late. It can happen. But it can't happen with regularity. And then I said, you're going to be fired if you're late. And he started coming in every day on time. So it shows you you can do it. And then today, he ain't here.
And he got himself to a position where it became an issue. He created that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, when my manager, when I got this job, sat me down because he knew I screwed up before, and he said, look, you realize how important this is in your life, what you got here. I go, yeah, believe me, I do. So he gave me a little pep talk. Before.
Good. Yeah, we should give Benji a
Maybe
pep talk.
Benji doesn't have a manager who cares about him.
Angelo, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, I need that job, man. Fire Benji and give me that job to me, man. I'm in Virginia, but I move over there right away.
Hook-nosed Mike, you're on the air.
He doesn't even know what Benji's job is.
Thanks, Hook-Nose.
No problem. Hook-Nose, you bastard.
Thank
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I missed that.
I missed that. Benji, what are you going to be late every morning again? Is this what we're going to go through?
The Benji show.
This is a great little thing, and then we'll bring in Elephant Boy and his
girlfriend. Haven't seen him in a while. But I got to play you this. This I call, I don't know have a name for it, but we sent the guys over to Star Trek convention, you know? And you're always sort of looking for an angle with these things because they're just so weird. There's a million odd things about a Star Trek convention, but...
They're almost too weird.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of interviews of people who appear at the Star Trek convention who've all appeared in like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, these are like minor players, right?
Yeah, and it's great. Like just interviewing them. Like this is what goes on at a Star Trek. So first, this is just some chick who actually had a recurring role, and then it gets more absurd as it goes along. All right, this is Arlene Martell.
Hi, what's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Gary.
Hi, Gary. Arlene Martell.
And what made you famous?
Oh, look at the table. I played Mr. Spock's wife.
Oh, you played Mr. Spock's wife?
Yes.
Oh, wow, cool.
I thought so.
Hey, what did you learn?
I remember Mr. Spock's wife. I mean, she appeared rarely, right?
Forgot he was married.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Spock had a wife back on Vulcan.
I never knew he was
I mean, I think that she was only spoken about. And then when he went into that fever, I think maybe she was in an episode.
From Star Trek.
Always ask for merchandising up front before they make calendars and little figures out of you. Sign a good contract.
Have you applied knowledge you learned from Star Trek to solve a problem in your everyday life?
Would you repeat the question?
Have you applied knowledge you learned from Star Trek to solve a problem in your everyday life?
Yes, since I played an intellectually centered woman who thought logically and thought ahead and knew how to strategize, I've tried to incorporate that.
So you're Spock's mother?
No. I said I'm Spock's wife. You have to listen.
I didn't know he had a wife.
Well, that's what made the series, that particular episode, so popular. Nobody else knew either.
If you got a chance to ask...
That's what made it popular?
Ask William Shatner one question, what would it be?
What do you remember most about your pursuit of me?
He pursued you.
Relentlessly.
Really? Did you ever have sex with him?
That's very rude. Why would you ask that? And who are you?
I'm Gary.
Well, that doesn't sell me anything.
I'm with satellite radio.
All right. Well,
say any more?
Didn't they ever teach you any manners? Satellite radio?
Well, I mean, he pursued you. I just was asking if...
You don't always win the person that you pursue, do you?
Did you know that Sulu is gay?
Yes, I did. Before he came out with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think of George Takei being involved with the Howard Stern show?
I think it's a perfect match.
Why do you say that?
Well, I think they vibrate on the same frequency.
Have you ever used the N-word?
No.
And do you think William Shatner's hair is real?
It's not real, of course. I saw him take his toupee off as we were leaving the set and throw it on the makeup table.
How long ago was that?
When we did the show.
How long ago was that?
What was it, 1968?
He was bald back then?
Yes.
Thanks a lot. You're full of knowledge.
I want to know, like, she doesn't sound like she's thrilled with Shatner pursuing her. It must have been really annoying. You know, there was something up there.
I'm also wondering about her take on Takei.
What are you eating?
Just a little piece of licorice.
No, I don't. Tell me when you're done. Hey, what's going on over there?
Artie's always eating during the show.
I know. But not you.
Bad habit.
Oh, it's not hot. You're the hot chick on the show. You got to live up to your image. Just since you started racing cars.
I'm done.
Everyone knew what you were doing.
All right. At least I'm not chewing tobacco like the race car driver.
Right.
I'm the morbidly obese guy on the show, Robin.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, here is a string of people at the Star Trek convention, all who have, like...
Wait a minute. I was talking about her take on George Takei. She says that you two vibrate on the same frequency. I don't understand.
We're kindred spirits. We both love her.
It doesn't sound like she liked that all that much.
You know, if Gary was a different guy, we would have gotten some more information out of that situation.
Hi, what's your name?
Lois Jewell.
Lois, and what made you famous?
It was Star Trek's Bread and Circuses. I was Drusilla the slave girl, and it was the second season of the original series.
Wow. Can you imagine how depressing a Star Trek convention is? I was what? I watched Star Trek. Well, who is she?
Drusilla the slave girl.
What, is that the one that Harry Mudd had? And one of those three broads?
She sounds hot.
What?
Is that the purple one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There were many slaves.
With the purple pussy?
She had purple pussy.
Yeah.
It sounded like she played a hot chick on the show.
Smart, she has purple pussy. All right, it's one after another. Here's another one.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Celeste Yarnell, and I played Yeoman Martha Landon on the classic Star Trek episode, The Apple.
Wow. What is the classic episode, The Apple? Do you know?
No. I know Yeoman, the blonde Yeoman.
But she's not that Yeoman.
No, this is a one-shot. Everyone's a one-shotter.
Howard, the funny thing is, every one of them was on the classic episode. That's
Right.
their line.
The Trekkie, yeah, it's like a line. Like the Trekkies want to hear them say, "Are you okay?"
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. I thought it was an open faucet.
Wow.
That wasn't me.
What?
But going like that?
Yeah.
I was doing a Star Trek effect.
Boy.
That's the Enterprise.
It sounds like breathing is even a chore at this point.
It is, quite frankly.
Honestly. All right, here's another one.
What's your name?
My name is Natalia Nogalich, otherwise known as Admiral Nechayev in Star Trek Next Gen and DS9.
Whoa, boy.
Ooh.
You're like Johnny Sack. Are you going to have to start coming in with that plastic thing in your nose?
I'll stop coming in long before I do that.
You don't want to be in here with that?
Oh, come on.
You should just start wearing that oxygen we have pumped into you.
I want a little nitro.
All right, listen to this. We're continuing at the Star Trek convention.
What's your name?
Don Marshall.
What'd you do in Star Trek?
I played Lieutenant Boma. I argued with Spock a lot, and I told him I'd bury him because he didn't want to bury the dead. And I insisted on them burying the dead where he didn't want to do that. He wanted to just leave them and take off in the shuttle.
A, I don't remember one of these people. B, I wonder what they get paid to be at the Star Trek convention.
They
and
must go just to pay, have people buy their autographs.
Yeah, and see, like if I go to the Star Trek convention and I'm a Trekkie, am I just pissed off to no end?
This guy's explaining his storyline.
Absolutely not. If you're a Trekkie, are you pissed off? Because these are the people you can never get.
Get them all in one room?
Yeah.
All the broads probably have Shatner hitting on me stories.
I tell Spock to bury him. And
what was that? Let me. I don't even remember that. Wait.
What's your name?
Don Marshall.
What'd you do in Star Trek?
I played Lieutenant Boma. I argued with Spock a lot, and I told him I'd bury him because he didn't want to bury the dead. And I insisted on them burying the dead where he didn't want to do that. He wanted to...
Oy vey. And where does he think this interview is going to be used? All right, here's another guy. I mean, listen to this. Listen to this lineup.
Well, first of all, who are you?
I play the role of Captain Pike and Lieutenant DePaul. My name is Sean Kenny.
Him I know.
Captain Pike is big.
Lieutenant DePaul he played. Who's that?
He came back as Lieutenant DePaul?
I should just go, like, as an experiment, go there and pretend to be an obscure character.
You could, and probably people would just say, wow, I forgot all about him.
I play Colonel Klink. We had Hogan in the internment camp. Sir, you're at the wrong convention. Hogan.
You don't remember the Hogan episode?
I'm Herman Munster.
I'm the bartender, Isaac.
Oh, my God.
What?
I'm about to make a sad bit even sadder.
What?
Jason just found this article. Apparently, it says typically conference organizers will pay tens of thousands of dollars to lure the big guns. But these smaller bit players, they pay $100.
They pay?
They have to pay to set up shop.
Oh, no. I said they probably make money selling their autograph.
I knew there was a way they were getting victimized.
Wow.
They got to piss. So this guy who chased Spock around. And
he paid $100 to be able to.
So he's got to sell 20 autographs at $5 a pop to break even.
What a shame.
Well, first of all, who are you?
I play the role of Captain Pike and Lieutenant DePaul. My name is Sean Kenny.
So you're in the original Star Trek?
Original series, yeah. 1966 and 1967.
Yeah, I remember him. He was supposed to be William Shatner.
Yeah, he just missed being William Shatner.
Yes, they shot the pilot.
No, but that was Jeffrey Hunter. See, he didn't play the Commander Pike that you see on the screen walking around. He played the guy that sat in the chair and went boop.
You're kidding me.
No.
He's the guy in the box.
He's the guy in the box.
And that's it wasn't Jeffrey Hunter.
Because Jeffrey Hunter died. That's the
guy who got to do all the young guy stuff.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
So he was basically basically a prop.
I'm not following what you're saying.
What he's saying is, okay, I'll explain. You know, Fred, English is a second language.
No, but I can explain it.
It sounds like if you know the show,
he
you'd know
did the shorthand version.
Let me explain. Remember the first real episode with Commander Pike?
I don't know who Commander Pike
Commander Pike was this guy.
And he ran the Enterprise.
Now, he gets into a horrible thing where his body becomes useless. All he is a head in a box, Commander Pike. And he's reflecting back on his life because they were having a trial.
Yeah.
So they reflect back. There's Commander Pike walking around. I always thought it was the same guy, so he had a whole big speaking part before he's the guy in the box. What Fred's telling me is this Commander Pike that we're hearing from the Star Trek convention is the guy in the box. Who just stands there. They had like a stoplight like on his box, and the red light would go off for yes and no. But the guy who actually played Commander Pike as the young man isn't even this guy.
No.
Oh, my God.
See, because what they did is they shot the Star Trek pilot. They used that pilot as those 2 episodes.
Right.
And the guy who played the original Commander Pike had since died, so they needed somebody to play the other Pike.
Right. I know. That's confusing for a lot of people.
But Jeffrey Hunter, if he had lived, would have had to been the guy with the head.
Probably not. He probably would have been beneath him.
That's right.
Because he's too young to play the guy with the head.
What's your name?
Lawrence Montaigne.
And Lawrence, what character did you play on Star Trek?
I played 2 characters. I played Decius, was the first Romulan. I played Decius in Balance of Terror. And the following year I came back and I played Ston.
Well, give me a fucking $100.
Wow.
Amok Time.
These guys are like the people who played Chewbacca and R2-D2. You don't know them.
Not even. Yeah, hello. I should go to one of these conventions and go, yeah, I'm Chewbacca.
Who played Chewbacca?
I don't know.
Some guy in a costume, but they do go around to conventions and people want to meet him.
You never heard the name of the Chewbacca guy?
The guy who did R2-D2 is like a big deal. And not the guy's voice. You know how R2-D2, not R2-D2, the other one.
Darth Vader.
No, the other robot that hangs out with R2-D2.
C-3PO.
You know how C-3PO has a British accent, which makes no fucking sense?
Right. There's a guy.
Yeah, well, that guy's voice is different from the guy who actually walked around in the metal suit.
Right, well, that makes sense, though.
But the guy in the metal suit goes to all the conventions. He's not even the voice.
But it's the same with Darth Vader. There was a guy in the suit, but James Earl Jones did the voice.
Yeah, that guy goes around.
No, I heard the guy in the Vader suit was like a wrestler.
He was a weightlifter or something.
Right.
Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew said...
Ladies and gentlemen, over in booth 57 is Peter Mayhew, Darth Vader. Hello.
What a thankless acting job, because you got to fucking be there on those long days on the set, and you ain't getting rich or famous.
Right.
Oh, but it's worth it, because you should see his next role.
Yeah, right.
But you know what's really funny? Peter Mayhew could show up at a Star Trek or Star Wars convention, and he'd be paying $100 to get there, and then James Earl Jones would be given $10,000 to be there.
Yeah, but I wonder if that guy, like Peter Mayhew, can he get pussy at a Star Trek or a Star Wars?
Peter Mayhew played Chewbacca. Some other guy named David Prowse played Darth Vader.
Played Darth Vader?
David Prowse, can he get pussy? I'm David Prowse.
I'm Darth Vader.
In all the movies, those were the same 2 guys?
And I bet you he tried to do the voice, the James Earl Jones voice. You know what I mean?
Because everybody's got to be disappointed that he doesn't sound like Darth Vader.
It's funny now.
Hello, I'm Darth Vader.
Nowadays, they would have just been computer animated things. I mean, at least they got a gig out of it.
But wait a minute. No, even in Lord of the Rings, there's a Gollum. Even though he's computer generated, there's a guy they based that on. Yeah. There's an actor who played him.
Oh, you know who it is? I saw it. You know why I know this? Because...
It's Fred the Elephant Boy.
It's the same guy who simulated King Kong's movements.
Right.
Andy something
in the movie King Kong.
There's an actual gig for that.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
And they gave him a part in King Kong, too.
Richard's telling me that the guy who played Darth Vader, this is even more sad, actually did the voice for the movie, and then Lucas didn't like it. He went back and hired James Earl Jones.
Right.
All right. I'm Darth Vader.
I'd love to hear what the voice was.
Hi, I'm Darth Vader.
You know it ain't as good as James.
Puss Master, everybody. Darth Vader here.
And Darth Vader is that voice.
Hi.
What's your name?
Victor Brandt.
And what made you famous, Victor?
What made me famous?
Were you in the Star Treks?
Yes, I was in 2 of the original Star Trek episodes, The Way to Eden and The Alana of Troyes. And The Way to Eden, the classic Star Trek where the hippies take over the ship.
Oh, yeah.
I played Tongo Rad.
The title.
And in the other episode, I played Lieutenant Watson, a red shirt. And you can guess what happened to me.
Wow, you mean he had to pay $100? Nice man like that?
Yeah.
That sucks, Dick. I hope
love,
not.
The titles. I played Commander Flickaflack in
the classic.
Classic, the sweatshirt.
But there were a ton of those guys who had parts where, you know, their job really was to be, you know, when they beamed down to the planet,
to get killed,
to be the one that got killed.
Right.
And so now they're paying $100 to tell you that.
Yeah, but they must be making some money there. I mean, somebody's getting their autograph.
I can't wait to pay $100 in 30 years to go to an Entourage convention.
I played in episode 36.
The classic episode.
You know what? I got to learn the name of my episode.
I was the gay guy at the party.
You know, at a lot of these conventions, too, like the horror conventions, there's like 4 or 5 different guys there that each played, like Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Or Michael Myers, they wore the mask.
Yeah.
But they had a different guy do it in every movie. So if you happen to like Friday the 13th Part 4, you can meet the guy who played Jason in that movie.
And when you meet that guy, does he sit down and sign shit?
Yeah, he signs like pictures of him in the mask.
And do you hand him the $5 bill right then and there, or do you just...
Is it in a jar?
I think you just give them the cash and they have a little purse or something, a lot of them.
Because I know Eddie Munster. You know, what's that kid's name?
Butch Patrick.
Butch Patrick. He's like 50 now, you know. He would just sit there at these conventions, and the people would just hand it. He'd say, can I have my $20?
Well, you know, I did something funny with him. He was at a convention in Orlando when I lived down there, and I was filming one of my shitty low-budget movies. So I wanted to have a name in my movie, so I wanted Butch Patrick to be in my movie. Yeah. So I just filmed him sitting at his table at a convention saying, I am your father. And, like, I gave him some cheesy lines to say, and I felt bad, so I gave him $20, and I bought an autograph from him.
You know what's really funny about the Jason thing is that there was one movie where they made a big deal about bringing back the original Jason. Mm-hmm. And it was like, who cares? He wears a mask.
Well, there's one guy that played Jason in like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. His name's Kane Hodder, and he's like the most famous one.
Right.
Because he did it in more than one movie.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you're on. What?
The guys were telling me they went to that Chiller convention, and the soup Nazi was there, and he was selling autographed ladles for $20.
Shame on him. Mike, you're on the air.
Howard.
Soup Nazi. Yeah.
Howard, you there?
Yeah.
Couple things. The C-3PO thing. That's the same guy that the voice and the person are the same guy. Some British guy, Anthony Daniels.
Great.
The other thing, Artie, you said you were going to be on Entourage. That was last season?
No,
I never saw you.
I never did either. It's coming up this season.
April 29th,
This is the second half of the one season. I don't know how that is, but yeah, it's April 29th it's on.
Yeah, I want to.
April 29th. Okay, I was looking all over for it.
Would you remind us when it gets close?
Yeah.
All right.
It's 2 weeks from this past Sunday that just happened.
All right, awesome. Howard, one more thing. With the website, any way we could get, like, biographies or, like, pictures or so forth of, like, the Wack Pack? It's hard to put a, you know...
Not of me. I'm not putting my biography.
No, I know your biography's not out there. Everybody else's is, but...
Biography?
Like,
who's going to do that?
He's talking about the Wack Pack. He wants to know...
Like, the Wack... It's, like,
some basic information.
A mental picture of what Crazy Alice looks like. And
as a matter of fact, we are working on that as we speak.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Gary, get to work on that. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm all for it. What do you want?
I was going to say another funny thing that people do at these conventions, why I kind of feel bad for some of these celebrities. They'll walk up and hand these celebrities their cell phone and say, hey, talk to my buddy. And then they'll tell them to say their famous phrase, like Soup Nazi was on I saw him on a cell phone going, no soup for you. And he had to say it like 5 times.
Yeah, as long as
to this woman's friend,
Yeah, I go to a restaurant all the time and with my daughter, and guy asked me last time would I mind speaking to his brother next time I come in on the phone. I go, okay, I'll do it. He's a nice guy. But
I get asked that all the fucking time.
Oh, man, what do you do? And I'm like, hey, how you doing, man?
At a signing, you're cornered. I've done it before. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, I don't want to touch the cell phone because of the germ thing.
Yeah.
And what do you say? I mean, somebody Bucky Lasik handed me the phone and said, hey, my friend's a big fan of yours. Say hello to him.
Say I don't do that.
Well, I mean, we're going up a flight of stairs.
Why'd you say I'm an adult with a reasonable IQ?
Artie probably gets, I bet you get a lot of people that want you to be their outgoing message.
Right.
Like say, hey, you reached so-and-so.
A lot of them think they'll call my friend a fag.
Oh.
Like,
hey, you fag.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Call my friend an asshole.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Hey, you know, it's funny how, like, you're the germphobe, but you'll do heroin, and, like, you'll just get it from anybody on the street.
You don't know what they did with that heroin.
Yeah, they put laxatives and they touch it. You know what I mean?
No, I couldn't use a payphone in New York City back before cell phones. I skeeved every payphone.
Yeah.
But I would go to the Beacon Theater, and a guy I never met before would hand me a bong, and I just take a hit.
Right.
It's the want for getting high.
But you know what they do with cocaine? I mean, there's a naked bunch of women sitting in a room.
I've never seen them.
Scratching their pussies.
Yeah, and they're naked, Artie.
Well,
hey,
you gotta
Jenks.
cut it with something.
Jenks, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Howard. I know this sounds sad, but you could play any of those Star Trek interviews, and I'll tell you exactly all about that person.
Really?
Yeah.
You know each episode. The Apple, you know what that is.
I own every episode.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you could play a second of it, and I'll tell you exactly who that character was.
Wow.
Like, you know the guy who played the original Q, William Campbell?
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, yeah, well, he does appearances, and it's like, and I met him once at a Star Trek.
Yeah, but you see, you're mentioning, you know, Q had a major role on Star Trek. These guys, you know, they got to describe the whole plot.
Some of them were Lieutenant whoever who just died when they beamed down.
You're talking about extras.
You remember the episode with the traveling hippies and Roger? And, you know, like the guy's got to go through the whole plot in order to explain who he is.
Well, there was I'm not talking about John Delancey Q in The Next Generation. I'm talking about the original Q in the original Star Trek.
All right, I got to get out of this conversation.
You know,
you really got into it.
Man, yesterday, like an hour and a half. Today, you know, you saunter in. I told you, stay outside till a commercial break. If you're late.
Are you trying to get fired again?
No.
Yeah, what was the rule, Gary? He's fired if he's late, right? This is 2 days in a row.
That was at the old place.
We had a sit-down meeting. We had a sit-down meeting with him at K-Rock that was very, very uncomfortable, even for me to be in.
Yeah.
You looked him in the eye and you're like, Benji, fucking get in on time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I make the show later for you? Like, what would be a good time for you to start the show?
Yeah.
Really, what would be a good time for you?
Can I answer that?
No, really, what would be a good time for you? When can we expect you here?
I'm really embarrassed to be late. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, but this is 2 days in a row. What's going on? How come you can't fix the problem? Dude, you're a big man. How old are you now? You're a big boy. Come on.
I'm sorry.
What do I give you a wake-up call?
No.
You're like an infant. You're like a big baby Huey. You gotta get your shit together. There's no mommy and daddy here. This is work.
I know.
Do we have to go through with you your wake-up technique?
You want a mommy and daddy?
Well...
Do you? Do you want a mommy and daddy? Did you miss something?
At work? No.
Why are you late? Seriously, why are you late? I mean, no shtick. What's going on? What happened? Tell the truth.
I woke up and I know I should get right up, and I went back to sleep. And
2 days in a row? Like, what are you concerned about? Like, I didn't yell at you yesterday because I figured, okay, he was late once, and that takes care of the problem. But, dude, I mean, you didn't show up till like 7:30 yesterday.
No, I was here. I waited.
Oh. But still. And then today, the same thing? You're not concerned at all?
I freaked out. I am concerned. I'm not.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why don't you just leave already? Maybe your time here is done. Maybe you want to do some other kind of work. Maybe this is too demanding, getting here on time, like the rest of us. Maybe it's not for you. You got to think it through. Decide. You into it or not?
Yeah.
The show, you know. This is it. This is the show.
Yeah.
This is when you need it. If you're not that important, then you should leave. Yeah. I mean, this is embarrassing to me. Why do I have to deal with this crap?
I mean, really, what
we
am
came here
I?
to have fun. We don't want to
Yeah,
have these kind of conversations.
Yeah. What do you mean, your alarm?
It's not
Tell
funny.
me what happened.
It's not fun.
2 days in a row. What happened the first day?
It was almost the exact same thing. It was...
Can you wake up?
Well, I am up. What do you mean?
You're awake?
Yeah.
All right, because you sound like you're dead. Go ahead. Tell me what happened.
I woke up.
Yeah, you woke up.
And I just, I usually take a few seconds to gather myself.
Yeah.
And I just fell back asleep.
But you know what it is? You're an artist. An artist's life is, I guess, like avant-garde and eccentric. Why conform to any of the rules? Must be good to be a free spirit. I would like to be a free spirit. I would like to be an artist like you. You sleep, you wake up. Whenever you get here, you get here. Well, whatever. Vincent von Bronk. Really, that's who you are. Vincent von Bronk, we're going to call you.
I don't take it lightly.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You do. You're pissing on me because now I got to fire you.
No,
normally... And then that was our arrangement, but you'll piss on me because you know I won't fire you.
No, normally...
You know that. You're just pissing on me. Just piss on me. Why don't you take your dick out and piss on me?
Yeah, stop being figurative. Be literal.
Yeah, just do it.
You have every right to be a dick to me.
You're just pissing on me.
About this.
No, forget it.
No.
Dick to you?
Yeah, yesterday, you were a dick to me. You don't get it. You're a dick to me.
No, you have every right to...
Stopping my show with you sauntering in here late and distracting me.
All right.
And now I'm busy concentrating on Benji Bronk and his problems. Who cares? No one. It's ridiculous.
Everybody else has figured out how to wake up.
Yeah.
He can't figure out how to wake up.
I was up.
I tried to gather myself.
Gather myself. I try to gather myself.
Well, that's
kind of lame.
The fat was spread around the bed.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem. You're so fucking fat now that you just can't even, function.
You can't wake up.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to get the food in here and feed yourself.
The left side wakes up. The right side is still asleep.
You're just so fat. Maybe you just can't move.
I can move.
What time do you go to bed? You can't get that right. I'm a nomad. I'm an artist.
I'm a vagabond.
I tried to go to sleep yesterday.
I'm weird, but weird like in a cool way.
Around 5 or 6 o'clock.
You went to bed at 5 or 6 o'clock?
And I woke up. No, I woke up in 2 hours, and then I could get back to sleep till about 11.
Yeah, because you're fat. You don't even. Your whole body's freaking out. You don't even know. You don't even know when it's time to sleep. Pull it together.
All
really. Right. Come on. You're too old for this. You're not a little boy anymore. You're a big fat old boy.
You want to go to a suspension system?
No.
You don't want to even
I want to go right to firing.
Firing.
Yeah, just forget suspension. That was always gay. Like in radio, they suspend you first. They know they're going to fire your ass. What's a suspension? Suspension. Yeah, J.D.
You know, I give Richard Christie a wake-up call like at 3:45 in the morning.
Right.
I was just wondering if Benji would want me to call him.
Dang. How do you manage to get out of bed?
And doesn't he get up like at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, he's got to be here earlier than anybody.
I try. Like today, I was on a train at like noon or at midnight. I mean,
midnight. Yeah,
that's your noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie.
But Benji, we went through this at K-Rock with Benji. He comes in, he times it, so he gets here just at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
And he comes flying out of the elevator. He's knocking people down. He's ripping the door open.
It's all about look at me.
Running down on his pants. One morning his pants fell off when he was running down the hall.
He's a baby. He's a big baby.
And I said to him, Benji, you got to stop this nonsense. And he looks at you like, what are you talking about? Like you're an idiot. You got to stop it, man. You're a grown man. What's wrong with you? Can't you get up in the morning?
Yeah, all right. I mean, listen. I don't know.
Even the guys outside, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Because they don't know him. We know him.
He's infantilized. Do you know what that is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean,
he's infantilized.
Whatever it is. I don't care, man.
Nobody wakes me up.
Everybody's up every morning. I don't get it. We're all here 10 after 5, 20 after 5. And you live like, what, 7 blocks from here?
I realize it takes me more time to get here
What's your problem? Why don't you answer me?
Well,
get him a crib. Put him in a baby crib. You know, I realize it takes me a long time to get here, so longer. So I now set my clock earlier. I said it 15
you
minutes ago.
adjusted?
I adjusted.
You made some changes because of a new circumstance?
We used to think it was just like an intention thing, over there. But nah, I don't think, man. I don't get it.
No, I don't know.
Maybe he just doesn't like it here.
Yeah, well, that's
what I think.
One of the things
actually,
you think.
I don't think you like working here anymore.
I love working here. Maybe, I don't know if you're talking unconscious. It's always possible. I don't know.
Unconsciously you don't like it. I'm bringing it to the conscious.
If you think it's unconscious, why would you...
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I feel bad for you or something. You suck me in to your world. I want you to just get here on time. And not distract. And if you're here late, don't walk in the door while I'm talking.
All right.
It distracts me. I've told you that. You think I'm kidding. I'm not joking.
Get it together, man.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Let's fuck some hoods.
I mean, come on.
Let's fuck some hoods. Get it together.
I mean, I'm in a bummer mood now. I have a million things to talk about. Sit here and talk about this guy. Benji, can't you get in here on time? What's it going to be? What's it take to get you here? I mean, it's an easy job. Just get here on time.
I know.
What's your problem?
I was really just trying to do something you would have liked.
Do something I like. Yeah. I like if you be here on time.
I know.
That's what you should do.
I can run back out and do it. Like, I was in the middle of...
Huh? What were you doing?
They're doing I think it's for Lehman Brothers, maybe. They're doing all these, live national newscasts.
What?
Oh, you're
I see. You were trying to get on TV.
Yeah. Bomb a newscast.
Okay. No, not bomb. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry. Can't say that.
Jump in on a newscast.
I knew what you meant, Robin.
I know.
Yeah. Benji's just getting weirder and weirder. You know, we have a lot of people here who get food. Here we're not talking about Benji, but...
Well, it's not a wrap-up.
See, it's hard, though, right?
Yeah.
You're breaking Booker's rules.
Well, you're more fascinated with Benji. Like, every day, Gary will tell me Benji's... Like, this is the latest thing. It's just weird. It's that, Jason sits out there, and everyone who has a breakfast order who sits in here can't go out for breakfast, so we have someone to go get breakfast. And it's a simple thing. Like, I have the same thing every morning. Artie gets the same thing. You get the same... I don't know, whatever it is.
I don't even get anything.
Okay, there you go. So Benji sees this as a perk of his job, so he just... Every day it changes, and he has a weird... I don't know if he's got OCD or what, but... He can't give his order until, the last second. Like we're about to go on the air, and he's like,
I've heard that, yeah.
And what was it he ordered the other day?
Well, Jason said what happens is if you give the order at the beginning of the commercial break, at least that's the time we need the interns the least, so we could send them down. But he waits until you say, okay, we're back, and then he gives his order. Then it's usually...
And he can't decide what to get.
But it's usually... Jason says it's usually you have to send 2 or 3 interns in different places. Right. So then there's nobody to answer the phones. But the other day...
Listen, he can't disrupt my office. Just take him off that list of people. He'll have to bring his stuff from the night before.
He said he sent them out for energy shots and zinc tablets.
Energy shots?
Yeah.
Zinc tablets?
What's an energy shot?
I have no idea.
What's an energy shot?
Those things they sell at Korean delis, like taurine and
Benji,
caffeine.
I love you.
Wait, hey, Gary, when's that list dated?
I don't know. But it's not about the list. It's about your...
But when did I make that request?
Benji,
last week or the week before.
Like Booker, I don't really care about this, but... It's just that constantly people are complaining.
It's not constantly.
That you can't make a decision.
Jason says it's constant.
It's a good... Well, that's good that he says it's constant, but it's not. No. But I understand how you feel, but it's not constant.
Get your own breakfast.
It was from 2 weeks ago, that list.
Bring your breakfast
with
you.
Hold on. Jason can explain it better.
It's enough. It's not really a privilege of the show to be able to send people out to 3 different places.
I didn't. That was about 2 weeks ago.
I've talked to Benji about this twice. Just between me and him. I'm like, dude,
twice, but I thought it's constant.
Well, no, I've had to stop and had a conversation. After a while, when it gets to a point where I need to
talk to you twice.
Yeah, about it, saying, can we get on a better system? I go, tell me what you need before the show, and it'll be there.
What is it you have? I'll tell you what, Benji, I'm going to organize this right now. What does he do? He waits 2 seconds, and then he makes...
Well, what he does is he'll walk in...
It's not true. It's all people looking for an angle to make things happen. I can make angles about everyone, too.
Benji, it is true, because Jason's saying he's having a hard time. Go ahead, give him an example.
A typical order is he'll run in the office at 5:59 and go, I need 3 coffees or something. So, okay, so now an intern's getting up away from the phone.
All right, let's listen to Jason.
Okay. Well, can I respond?
Sure.
When he's done.
Then he'll come out, let's say, during a commercial break, and he'll stand around the hall the entire commercial break.
Right.
And then right before you're going back on the air, he'll run in and go, I need 2 coffees and I need zinc tablets. So now I have an intern going to get coffees. I have an intern going down to get zinc tablets.
You see, I don't even do that.
And
why do you need zinc tablets?
once I wasn't feeling that well, and I felt a lot of people around here had colds, so I thought it'd be good to have some zinc.
But it's like a daily thing. That's your MO.
It's a ridiculous order, Zinc. That's something you get on your own time. This is if you need something to eat.
Can I respond or not?
Well, let me just finish real quick, and then you can respond to whatever you want. It's an almost daily thing.
That's such bullshit, Jason.
Wait, let's hear it.
And to the point where I've had to take you aside on several occasions and go, Benji.
Take me aside. I'm begging you to take me aside, Jason.
I did. I said, Benji, can we come up with some sort of better system in this, because this is killing the office, and then you're good for about a week or two, and then it goes back.
Bullshit.
And then I said something again.
Has he had a conversation with you?
Jason has said, this was a while ago, he said, try to give me, if you have a set order, I would like that.
Right.
I don't have a set order.
Okay.
But and maybe about maybe about once every 3 weeks or so, I've asked someone to get something at the deli. However, yes, I have asked for coffees, which I thought was a normal office procedure. I do that when we go to break. I ask an intern. I ask
how many
politely.
coffees do you drink a morning? 4, 5.
It depends.
Yeah, okay. Look.
No, today I'm not having any.
All right, you're mentally ill. Let me. I'll make a ruling on this. I've heard enough. I'm going to make a ruling on it. Jason, come here. I'm going to solve your problem.
Howard, that's such bull BS.
All right, I'm going to make a ruling.
I'm going to start making up shit about people.
You can do whatever you want.
All right, cool.
All right, Jason, come here. I'm going to make a ruling.
Ever.
Howard, it's such BS.
Okay, I'm going to make a ruling. It's going to be very easy. No, if it's BS or not, it's irrelevant.
Why don't you talk to a couple other people in the office?
Okay.
I always ask calmly and politely.
Okay.
This is what I say to the interns. Ask the interns.
Okay, I'm going to make it easy. Just let me finish.
I just got my same order every day.
Yeah, what do you get every day?
Bagel and butter.
Okay, all right. Here's my ruling, Jason, and if this is not followed, it's your fault.
Okay.
Then you're fired. Okay. How's that? Okay?
Right.
Same way I have rules about a lot of things around here.
Yes, sir.
I can't have my office disrupted by Benji.
That's the way it's being made to look, Howard.
Okay.
It's simply not true.
You'll like this ruling.
Jace, do you ever send interns out for anything for yourself?
Benji,
Jace, do you ever send interns out for stuff for yourself?
Yes.
And you know what? When I've asked to be done, it's probably more noticeable to you. Because I said, I'm just telling you. I always say that. I say, do not go with
I'm turning off his mic because I don't have time to spend.
I'm not going to argue with you, Benji.
I'm not going to spend time on this. Here's my ruling, and you will all abide by it. Because I am daddy around here, and I'm the one in charge.
You know what? Listen, either
your mic is off. Don't hurt your voice because your mic is off. Well, listen, no one can hear you.
Don't complain about
my ruling is this. Benji is entitled to one thing. All right? Not 57 coffees. If he wants a coffee, he can have one delivered with his order for breakfast.
Where do you think the coffees come from, Howard? Where do you think the coffees come from?
I don't care. They come from the coffee store. I don't know.
No, they don't. They come from the kitchen.
All right. Here's what I want. Well, you'll go to the kitchen yourself. You can use the exercise.
You can walk to the kitchen.
But listen to me. Here's what I want.
It's not at all like some sort of executive privilege.
He's allowed to give
very short breaks, and I'm doing other things during him. And sometimes, yes, I ask, what?
I see you stand in the office, you literally wait until the show's going back on, and then you send an intern out to get coffee.
That's not true.
All right.
Usually... It's not true, Jason.
Right, here's what I want.
You're right, Benji. I'm lying.
Because fat Jason, who hates his wife, your wife to be that you can't have sex with, and hates your mom, he sits there like a big fat lump looking for fucking angles.
All right.
All right. Calm down.
Good. Well, you'll be happy with this ruling. You won't be upset by it. Here's my ruling. You know what I do? I have 2 orders every morning. I have a breakfast and a lunch order.
Every day, same thing, same time.
Same thing, same time. That's how it works.
Very easy.
People aren't inconvenienced.
And when your throat hurts, you say, oh, can you get me hot waters? Every hour, get me hot waters, right?
Once in a blue moon, dude.
That's right. When your throat hurts, you'll come to me.
And you'll go out to the store
report
for
to me? No. You will go to me, and I will excuse you. And you can go the night before, when you're feeling ill, and stock up on these things. It's not our problem to give you zinc tablets.
It's happened extremely occasionally, no more.
Extremely occasionally? Okay. So here's the ruling. Because like Judge Wapner, I'm Judge Stern right now.
No, it's based on my reputation.
There are 2. Okay. Your reputation is going to be fine after this. Let's see if you can stick to it. This is what I want. If you change this, you're fired. There are 2 times that people will go out for him. Lunch, breakfast.
I never sent anyone out for lunch.
If the order should be a standing order. Okay. If it's not a standing order, come to me and tell me when you want to change it.
How about make that ruling for everyone?
No, just for you.
Why?
Because I don't like the way you're conducting yourself.
But if it's a proper ruling, why not make it for everyone?
Benji,
you need a proper special rule just for you.
No, I'm saying it's because
I'm not
of the
interested
way...
in everyone else. I'm interested in you.
Well, I think that should be
You're
the rule for
causing the
everyone.
problem.
It does not cause a problem.
Jason, Jason, I understand your problem. I understand the confusion in the office. Gary understands the confusion in the office.
Yes, he does.
Benji's got 2 shots, and it should be a standing order.
How many times do other people have shots?
It's just you. I'm not interested in the other people.
I am. I don't want this office to be
What do
screwed
other
up.
people have to do with this? This is
This
you.
is about you. I'm not talking about the other people. They're not on trial.
Let's be proactive and solve this problem.
We don't have the problem except with you.
No, we do. Let me give you an example.
Problem with anyone else?
Let me give you an example.
Huge uproar.
Once in a while, Robin wants something in the morning.
Okay.
But she takes her job seriously and shows up at about 5:45, if not earlier.
Right.
Unlike Benji, who shows up at 5:59.
But Robin is able to get here.
Right. So Robin at 5:45 will be, hey, can you get me a banana or something? And so when I send the person out for Artie's bagel every morning, I get the banana. It's no big problem. She doesn't wait till the second the show starts and then come run into the office with 8,000 demands.
Yeah, well, Howard I also know, and I wasn't going to bring this up, Howard TV orders breakfast for Benji every day, too.
They do?
You order breakfast for
So he gets a double order? It's not breakfast.
Whatever it is. There's ordering going on. It's like a catering
standard
service.
thing, yeah.
Right. Okay.
And Howard, yes, once in a while, why don't you ask the people that actually do the work, not Jason, who loves Lord's dictatoring over the interns. Why don't you ask...
You said Benji is really selfish, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because he acts in a universe where I don't think he or doesn't care about what he does, how it affects other people throughout their day.
Right.
You know, he doesn't get, when I've talked to him several times going, Benji, can you not wait to the last second to send all the interns away? You know, when the show's on the air, it's when we need the interns.
Now it's going to be solved.
It's such bullshit.
Let's say it is. Let's say it is bullshit, so this will be easy for you.
Right. No, what's bullshit is saying the way I treat people and the way I talk to people.
I didn't think you were rude.
I go at the beginning of the break and I say to the interns, I say, check with Jason or Tracy before you go out. There's usually about 5 people out there.
All right, you'll like this ruling then, since you're not selfish. Let me tell you how easy it's going to be for you. I'm making this so simple for you. You're going to have no problem. You should have no problem if what you're telling me is true. From now on, he can have 2 orders.
2 orders a day.
All right, breakfast and lunch, we'll call it, if he wants to make whatever he wants. It's got to be reasonable, and it's got to be a standing thing.
And could one of those be something to be at his desk before the show starts?
Sure.
Okay. That makes it.
Which, Jace, you say that. You're like, hey, I'll get all the shit for you guys so I get it before it starts. And you're sitting there, you're fucking bustling in with your giant belly.
My breakfast is right here on this table every morning when I walk in.
Marty's your shit there every morning?
No, because it's a standing order.
And my standing order never is.
Benji, you've asked for a cup of ice, and there's a cup of ice every day for you there.
And waters.
You never asked me for water.
Yes, I did, Jason. All right. It was supposed to be a water and a cup of ice.
I don't know. I get Artie.
I'll take care of it.
Hold it. This is worse than I thought. I don't want a catering service in here.
Yeah.
You understand? Cups of ice, water. This is bullshit. It keeps people busy.
I saw someone once making tea for Benji. I was like, what is going on
I don't know.
here?
I don't know. It's a catering.
Robin.
It's a catering service.
No, the catering's right there. Go get it.
Go get it yourself.
It's because you're focusing on me.
Wait, let me
Robin get their own coffee.
I'm done. I told you your rules now, and I'm done. That's it. I don't want to hear about this. No, see, I'm done.
Don't treat me like that.
I'm treating you like that. I'm telling you, we're done with this. You have 2 orders. One to be here when you walk in so that they can get it before the show starts so my interns aren't running around looking for the Benji food.
They're not your interns.
Second, they are my interns.
No, they're not.
Whose
Everyone here is
are
mine. No. Everyone here is mine, including you.
No.
Oh, he's being ridiculous.
Secondly...
He's having a breakdown.
Secondly...
I need tea! I need tea! I'm going crazy.
Chris Booker says it's time to move on. And secondly, he can have another order during the course of the show. 1.
Okay.
If he can't order his breakfast the night before, in other words, that it's the standing order and it's waiting for him. Because I know what you mean. You want to have the office in order when the show starts.
Everyone's got to be in their place.
People can't scramble at 6 o'clock. People can't scramble at 6 in the morning. You're being selfish. He's right.
Let's go to the office.
It's not up to... I know what's going on.
Yeah, let's go.
Benji, you don't know anything about running an office. You would have no idea what it takes to go out there.
I've been a senator for 2 years, Jason.
I don't know what that means.
What? All right. And secondly, and then he's allowed to have something during the course, one order where you go out, but it's got to be a standing order.
And
if the standing order changes, come to me.
Now I have one quick question.
I don't want it to change more than once a month.
Since my job is now on the line with this too.
Yeah.
Can Benji give his orders to me So I don't. So he doesn't give to the interns, and I don't know about it. And then
no, it's all through you.
All through
it's all done through you. And even if it's like on Monday I want a tuna fish sandwich, on Tuesday I want a chicken sandwich, he's got to give it time now and think it, and so that you can prepare for this, which is a luxury of this show, not a privilege, not a right, not like this is part of my job. See, you give him something, he's going to find a way to abuse it.
Exactly.
So he's abusing the idea that we have interns.
Right.
If the interns weren't here, he would have to go out and get his own lunch.
Right. Like how Robin gets her own coffee every morning. Benji might have to do that.
Drink coffee.
If we didn't have any
interns.
So he sees interns, and now he's going to figure out how to give them busy work. Zinc tablets. Why don't we send them on the scavenger hunt every morning? Go find me energy shots.
And zinc tablets, all in different places.
It's over. The madness is over. I solved the problem.
Thank you.
I've put water on the fire. It's a standing order in both situations.
Love it.
I can make up a lie about
All right. Thank you, Howard. Thank you.
Benji, what are you going to do? Call me fat? I'm not making up a lie about you. I have no beef against you.
It's over. Stop arguing.
I think you have Jason has a problem, Jason. Because
all right. Thank you, Benji. Now you know what you need to do, and now you're done.
You're constantly making fun of her and have to bring her on the air to make fun of her. And you hate yourself and hate your family.
Your microphone is off. I don't know why you're bothered. It is. It actually, here's the difference. Say something now.
Okay, now my microphone's on.
All right, and now it's off. Okay, good.
You want me to repeat it? I heard what he said.
Eric, you're on the air in Peoria, Illinois. It's fine. It's solved. It's done.
Yeah, Howard. I can't stand Benji on the wrap-up show either, because when they ask him a question, here's how he always answers. He has this, like, annoying stutter where he goes, I think. And this is just too much of a sitcom already for a Monday morning. It's like, what, 20 minutes of him already? It's like, shut him up. Everything.
All right, I just had to take care of that, and it's done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
You know, and thank you, Benji, and I hope you enjoy your meals. Believe me, as we all do. Is he
still going to be able to get the one from Howard TV, the third meal?
I have nothing to do with the Howard TV. That's up to them. If he can find a way to finagle Howard TV into this.
Completely lying about it.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm making a rule.
You're right. It doesn't matter because
it's what I do. You're going to do what I do. I have 2 orders, and I feel bad about those. And the orders are always long-standing. They already know what's coming for lunch. It's all organized. You've got to get organized, too.
You know,
no, your
mic
is off.
Person, but you lie about people.
I don't have to lie. I'm just telling you what your order is.
You're absolutely lying.
No, more than 2 orders a morning is too much. It's a 4-hour stretch. You should be able to go without food for 4 hours.
What did I get today, Howard? What did I get?
I don't know. I don't care what you get.
I didn't.
Good. That's even better.
That list is like from 3 weeks ago because you guys have been waiting for something.
All right. Thank you. All right. Good luck.
It's really so mean of you.
No, it's organized.
You act like you treat people well.
I do.
To lie about people and to hurt their reputation. Even
reputation?
Yeah, Robin. Even to make me look.
You're eating too much, honestly. This is going to help you. It's enough eating. You're constantly feeding yourself. It's disgusting.
That has nothing to do with the point of making
You're fat. You're so fat. It's disgusting.
Well, I agree I'm fat. And that's
really?
gross.
I can't look at you.
I mean,
you must stop. You must stop this now. I have to get on with my show. I love you. You're a great worker. I think you're terrific, but you really need counseling. You need outpatient therapy.
Could he get on Artie's program?
Hey, talk to Artie. He can help you.
We could carpool. We could
you.
carpool to outpatient therapy.
And he's a heroin addict.
I'm fat, too, and it's hard to look at me, too.
I asked for coffees, Howard. It's not a big deal.
Okay, well, now if it's not a big deal, you can have your coffees ordered, and they'll be here waiting for you at 6 a.m., and then you can have coffees once again later in the show. You have 2 standing orders.
You're being
Thank you.
Ridiculous.
All right. People can't run around all day for you.
They don't, Howard.
All right.
Ask the people that are actually doing this stuff.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a topic, and I've got to end this topic now. Please try to work within these boundaries. Thank you.
When Howard retires, you'll never see Jason again.
Right. I'll be gone, and you can have all the coffee you want. You can get all your interns on the Benji show.
Coffee for him either.
One day when you have your own radio show, you can have all the interns running around for you.
I don't treat interns like that, Howard.
Okay. If I'm wrong, then you should have no bother complying with this. It should be very easy.
Benji's a former intern. I know he does care about how you treat the intern.
Absolutely. So you'll be very happy to comply with this, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
So as an intern lover, you'll be very happy to comply with this.
I politely have asked people to go to this.
All right, but now do it in the manner that I'm suggesting, where you have a standing order or no order.
Why not do that for everyone?
This is for you.
Who is this everyone you're talking about?
Robin doesn't use interns.
So then make that rule for Robin, too.
All right. Robin has that
I order something
Robin
every
will have no
once
problem.
in a while.
That's what I do too, Rob.
All right.
No, you're
Benji,
you got people
you're
making
my
tea
problem.
for you.
Rob, when did you see me make?
I got it. I can't get out of this conversation.
Stop lying about me.
All right. I apologize for lying about you. I don't know what I'm lying about, but just do it this way. I'm asking you to help us out.
I have that rule now.
Yes.
Yes.
That is your rule. You have two trips from interns every day.
But you
that should be
cannot
enough.
have my two because
within a 4-hour period, you have 2 trips to plan out.
I swear on my life, I don't.
What are you arguing about?
Okay,
you want
so
more than 2 trips? What do you want, 10?
No, answer me.
You have 2 trips.
So today, if at 9 o'clock I want a coffee and we're going to commercial break, can I go and ask for a coffee?
No. No.
Okay, so when can Robin and I ask for something like that?
Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to have a breakfast order, okay?
Do you know where the coffee is?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's over there.
No, it's not.
No, it's there.
It's in the... No, it's not.
Well, that's where we get coffee from. I don't know where you're getting it from.
At the coffee room over here.
Yeah.
We have fun there, too. We have a lot of
So
laughs.
what you can do is...
Yeah, Benji ought to go
What
there.
you-
You can have some fun.
Right.
It's too crowded.
Me and the Puerto Rican kid, we have.
It's weird to rush.
What you can do...
We have a few minutes.
I told you what... I've made a ruling for you. What you're going to do is, the night before... I'm talking about since this is going into effect tomorrow. Tonight, or even this morning, while you're sitting there, think about how you'd like to structure your day. You got 4 hours while you're here, sitting at this table. Let's even call it 5. Some days I go 5, some days 4.5, but let's call it 5 hours. It's a 5-hour period where you have to sit here. Okay. So you know that at 6 in the morning when you walk in, there'll be something waiting for you. That's one opportunity. And then at any point during the rest of the show, you pick your time, what time you want it delivered. A standing order will come into you. So if you think you can make it through 2 hours without shoving something in your fat cake hole,
I don't eat that much
then
anymore, Harry. I really
good. I see that. I see that you're not eating. And you look like a guy who doesn't eat. And then within the after the 2-hour period, let's say, even if you want it 5 minutes later, it's fine. It's 6:05, you want a second order. At any point within that 5-hour period, you want your second order to be delivered. Think of it ahead of time.
What's ahead of time?
Like today, and then it'll be here tomorrow. If you want to have a different thing every day.
If I want a coffee at like 8:30 tomorrow,
it'll be here.
So from now on, if I want a coffee, if I need a coffee or need a water.
I mean, spontaneously, it won't happen. No, have a coffee and water delivered to you at either 6 in the morning or at that other second period. That's it. There's not going to be any spontaneous ordering from you.
All my spontaneous orders, hey, can you grab your water?
I understand what it is. I don't want that anymore. If you want to grab a water, grab one right from here.
How about like supplies? Sometimes we run out of supplies for the show.
Go grab it.
Okay. So if we
what do you mean by supplies? Food supplies?
No, paper, pens.
Oh, paper and pens you can ask Gary for.
Now it's to ask Gary.
Who do you usually ask? I'm not talking about paper. Don't ask interns for anything. Either go to Gary or Jason. Those are your 2 guys. We don't want you dealing with the interns.
If you could learn to eat paper.
Yeah, no. I told you, Jason's your contact, and if you must, go to Gary for paper if Jason's not around. Paper's very important, and pens. If you can't organize that. In fact, after the show every day, you should organize that.
And we have an intern that does that.
Good, okay, so then you have no problem.
But sometimes it runs
Well, okay, but that's a different story. That's a tool you need for work. Now, your food...
And water, I think, is a tool.
Water you need. There's water right here. If you want to borrow water from me, take it.
So it's cool if I get water from
Yes.
there? All right.
That's fine.
I take it from there every day. There's a bunch of bottles there.
This water's not a problem here. Really.
Also, the spontaneous stuff you're talking about, Benji, it's like...
Benji, I don't have time for this. I've wasted a fucking half hour on your goddamn food, and I'm pissed.
Let's get to the important stuff.
All right, thank you. All right, and then that's it. And you know what I want you to do, and I'll do it. And if you can't fucking do it, then don't work here. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking making people crazy.
I could say the same thing to you.
What?
Here, look at this. We have boxes of water that Benji could bring to his desk.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's enough with this. Figure it out. Figure it out. Stop being a problem to me.
Because you're lying about me. I know
All right.
more than anyone else.
I told you. No more bullshit. I told you what you got to do. I gave you 2 opportunities now. Sit down tonight. Figure out how you want your morning to go. Structure it. It'll help you lose some weight, too.
And next time you want a hot water every half hour.
All right.
Like
Don't worry about me. I'm your boss. I'm telling you what you need to do. This is it.
You're my boss.
Stop it. I'm done.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
All right. A couple of emails came in and a lot of voicemail. That guy who's in love with you, Robin.
Uh-oh. He's back.
Prepare yourself.
Robin, I want to throw you a party for your birthday, baby. You know what I mean, you chocolate little cupcake nigga bitch. I want to give you my nice, hot, white log and put it and make you scream as I slam you into the mattress like the you bangy princess bastard that you are. Come to Buana and make love to him now. Buana wants you.
Wow, isn't that nice?
Well, at
birthday.
least Buana wants me.
Buana wants you, honey. He was railing on me.
Really?
Oh, with for mentioning Angie.
And what she said?
Yeah.
Yo, big-nosed Jew bastard. You really know how to charm your girlfriend, don't you? You talk about Angie Everhart for the whole show. How do you think that makes her feel, you idiot? You're going to do the same things to Beth as you did to Allison. You're going to drive her away from you.
I like to see the women he's getting.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he must be some babe magnet, don't you think?
Yeah, I like to see what he's getting.
All the women want him.
Yeah, you got these two faggot hosts on this American Idol thing, especially that Jew boy bastard, Brian Dunkelman. Then you got that Randy McGilla gorilla nigger judge, all with 2 pounds of makeup on her Puss Abdul. And you got Simon with his wig on, and these 5 jerk-offs who make like they love each other. They slit each other's private parts to get a win. They all suck. And you know what they suck? Big, fat Paul.
All right.
Doesn't like American Idol either.
No. Does he wear a toupee,
his
Simon?
hair, he just has one of those low hairlines, but he's
He's got regular
hair.
I don't know, maybe the guy knew something.
Nah, can't see.
I don't even know what else is on here.
So, Artie, what's with you, you fat, stupid guinea bastard? Why don't
He's all over this thing.
you lose some weight? The broad that's with you, she's just using you. I mean, really, what broad would want a fat, skinny bastard like you laying on top of him with that fat stomach and that bald head? The broad that come on from Sun on the Beach made you look like a jerk-off, saying that you drank all the liquor in Germany. You didn't even put any moves on her. You looked like a sheepish little faggot when she was talking. You're just a real friggin' losing jerk-off faggot guinea bastard.
Wow.
Oh, he's so angry.
Unreal.
I'd like to meet him, actually.
Yeah, you want Buana.
Come, Buana.
Come, Buana. Let's see, what is this? I think this is the same guy.
Yeah, why don't we have a dial-a date with Brian and Ryan, the 2 fag hosts of American Idol, and your main boy, KC, Howard. They'd be really cute together. They could spank each other's asses, lick each other, suck each other, bite each other, taste each other, do everything faggots do to each other. We should know that KC slapped a nice license plate on Tabby's ass once or twice. She likes that big, fat, meaty ass.
Boy, oh boy, he's full of opinions. Well, anyway, that's a couple of our voicemail. Oh, you did get a nice one from a kid. The kid comes on the phone. Here you go. Here's your nice one.
Robin, I want to throw you a party.
Nope, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
I got so many here. Hold on. Here it is.
Hey, yo, Robin, this is Kelly from Louisville. My son's got a little something for you.
Robin, you got big jugs.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
So you got a nice one, little
Take
kid.
that child.
Take that child from him. You know, a lot of people are voicemailing us, too, about various topics, things they watch on TV. This is that guy again, but this time he's pissed off about the Miss America pageant. He's that racist dude that's always, ragging on you.
I thought about him while I was watching.
What's with this Miss America beauty pageant? I thought it's supposed to be a pageant about beauty. I mean, out of the 10 finalists, they had 4 niggas and 1 half nigger. The half nigger winds up winning it. She's one scraggly-looking, hoary bitch with a big nose, rat hair, stinking rotten body, just a half-spoon bastard.
But he was really on fire.
Well, I said to myself, it was hard to tell what was going on in the Miss America pageant.
Most of our voicemail concerns me, and this one, most of them are hating me.
Really?
Yeah. It's a weird thing. People who listen to the show every day hate me. This guy says I'm a pussy.
Yo, Howard, what's with you, man? You're a real pussy.
Oh, it's the same guy again.
Boy, having this Beth call in and playing this newlywed game and going, oh, honey, I love you, honey. After you finally break up with her, whenever that is, and you listen to these tapes, then you'll agree with it. I know you're blinded by the pussy now, but, you know, come back to reality, you stupid, gangly Jew bastards.
Wow.
That wasn't very nice. Anyway, a lot of people wrote emails and voicemails about Houston, the porn star. They were very disturbed by her appearance on here. They felt that she looked very peculiar.
Yeah, Howard, don't have that Houston bitch on anymore. She's disturbing looking. She looks like that bitch from Manhattan who had all that plastic surgery they call the Frankenstein or whatever. I mean, those lips are totally disturbing. I wouldn't even let her suck my toenails, much less anything else. She is one skank-whore. Skank-whore, 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 pig. Pig, 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 pig. Pig, 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 pig.
Don't you want to meet this guy?
Yeah, I do. He leaves about 50 messages a day about various topics. You know that woman who hates me, the one who thinks I'm the ugliest guy in the world? She calls 100 times a day, even has Casey's home phone number.
Oh, no.
Which I said, how did she get your number, Casey? He goes, I don't know. I go, what are you, listed or something? He goes, no, I'm not listed because I told him I don't want to be. I go, well, then you probably are or something. I don't know what you're doing.
He probably gave it to her.
You know, Howard, I didn't think anything could be uglier than what you look like from the front view, but then I was watching you interview that Summer Altice girl when you were standing next to her. Oh, my God, you're a hunchback. I never knew it before. When you were standing up next to her, you get the whole view of your whole body. Your whole back and your shoulders are hunched over. Oh, my God, you look like you were going to topple over. You're a hunchback. I can't believe it.
Oh, this woman is too much.
Great.
I think she was concerned.
I saw you on the E-show with Summer Altice.
And you were hunchback. Oh, my God, you were hunchback.
Oh, my God, I never thought anything could be uglier than you from the front view.
All excited. Calls 50 times a day to tell me how ugly I am. Okay, here we go. Voicemail. You ready? Okay, this is a woman who hates... Jeez, I don't even remember. Oh, she has a question about the Newlywed Game. I think that's what it was. I should know what the hell this is, but I forget. I listened to these so long ago.
Howard, you old buzzard.
Yeah, it's the woman who hates me. She really...
You know that voice as soon as you hear it.
Why don't you ask some real questions on that Newlywed show? Like, Beth, when you look at Howard, which of the following things do you see? A, a Swiss bank account, B, a wallet full of gold and platinum credit cards, or C, a big cash register? Excuse me, register. I know how fussy you are, you little fuss budget.
She
listens to your responses.
Yes. Here's the guy who calls every day. He hates you, he hates me, he hates everything. He hates even Notre Dame, the football team.
Hey, Artie, you watch any Notre Dame football games? They shouldn't be nicknamed the Irish. They should be the Notre Dame niggers. That's all they have is niggers. Nigger, 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 nigger.
And he hates Madonna, too.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I see that Madonna, that stinking gap-toothed, bleach blonde, smelly bitch. Her movie didn't do too good. $375,000. That talentless stick to your singing and ripping Jesus off the cross, you stupid friggin' bitch. Stinking Stay with your limey husband. Stick your stinking rotten in his mouth, you filthy
Oh, he doesn't like Madonna and Robin. He says here in a weird way that he wants you.
I know, he's eaten up with hate for me, but he wants me as well.
Robin, when are we going to get together and do some role-playing? I'll be the master drinking mint juleps. You can be my little plantation slave whore, spider monkey, orangutan, chimp bastard, and we can really go wild together. I want to explode all over your face. I want to make your face look like a bundt cake, you know, with the icing just drooping down all over. Okay, my little nigger bitch? So get rid of that Mr. X, because he's nothing but a stupid nigger mandingo.
Wow.
Just amazing.
What a nut job. You're not going out with that guy, are you?
No, you know, so far I've been able to resist his charms.
I mean, you're not going to go out with him, please.
No, Not yet.
See, I would remake Swept Away with you and him.
There you go. Now, that would take some sweeping.
Yeah, and I'd ad-lib the whole movie. No script.
That would take some sweeping.
You two fighting, and it would be great. Mary Ann from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
The worst way to start off a Monday morning, Benji. Are you kidding me? There's Reverend Bob we got to talk about. We got to talk about Beto on Tyra. We got to talk about Gary Dell'Abate on the WB Howard. Benji, just get a cup of coffee like every normal human being does.
He's fine.
Ridiculous.
I don't need interns running for coffees.
I mean, who the hell are you, Donald Trump?
Yeah, thank you. All right, look. So, I got to move on. Anyway, so I was with Booker. He started to critique the whole wrap-up show. And I said to him, you know what I'm going to do for you? I said, I don't know what contractually you can do because he was fired, but they're paying him and this and that. I said, come in and sit in on the wrap-up show and tell John Hine when to move on. Maybe that'll help him out.
Oh.
So
sure, John will love that. Take you up on that?
Maybe John needs to move it along a little. Maybe Gary overpowers. I don't know. It's true. I was in the shower this weekend, and I have a radio in my shower. And I put on Howard 100, I guess. And I caught the hour.
Yeah. You must be one of them rich guys.
Yeah, I caught the hour of a wrap-up show for like 20 minutes or whatever it was. I was shaving and doing my thing. And it was all Benji talking about something he didn't like. And I was thinking about what Booker said. Maybe he's onto something. You know, I don't know. And then on the weekend, I don't know if they should play the wrap-up show.
Well, did Booker take you up on this offer?
Yeah, he wants to do it.
Can I just say something? Sure. Benji's a regular on the wrap-up show, and sometimes we do get caught in that. We've even joked around now that we're not going to get caught in Benji's. We call it the vortex.
Yeah, you see how I cut him off?
You cut him off after half an hour, Howard.
Yeah,
I've never spent more than 5 or 10 minutes on it.
All right.
And you know, really,
yeah, but I'm very good at making things entertaining.
I only take your criticism from a guy who has a job in radio, not a guy who's waiting for one.
Right.
I mean, really, just because Chris is out of work now, I got to listen to his fucking.
Well, maybe listen. Let's not get defensive. Maybe he's onto something.
Hey, listen, it's an opinion he's entitled to, but I think overall we do a good job on the wrap-up show. And it bothers me that one guy who has your phone number can call you and make you crazy
about the point that if someone's driving in their car on the weekend and they want to catch up on the show and they tune in and they get an hour of the wrap-up show, maybe on the weekend they don't care. They'd rather hear our show. I don't know. Is that legitimate?
I enjoy hearing the wrap-up show on the. I like the. I mean, the general consensus is the wrap-up show is very good.
I like the wrap-up show.
Listen, I'm not so crazy like the wrap-up show's got to be on at every moment. Mm-hmm. People seem to like it. A lot of good stuff happens that's an extension of what happened on the show.
Okay.
And every minute of it is not
keep it in
gold.
mind. This is a guy who.
People might never have heard Jerry O'Connell say those things when he was talking about his marriage if they hadn't heard the weekend wrap-up show.
The one thing I will say about the wrap-up show that I love is that you don't give people as much time as we do, and people act different over there because they're not afraid of us. So people will say all sorts of crap.
You see what I just did? I keep 4 bottles of water by my side.
You didn't have to call an intern?
I didn't have to call an intern. And I just took a drink while Gary was talking.
Well, look, I drink this thing called kombucha. You can't find this anywhere. I wouldn't be sending people out for this. I bring it.
Yeah, if Benji was into kombucha, we'd have an intern scavenger hunt right now.
I want an energy drink from Cambodia. Could you send an intern?
Zinc pills and energy shots.
I still don't understand. What is an energy shot? Like, is it a small...
Yeah, it's one of those, like...
Cocaine.
Yeah.
But what is it? It's just caffeine?
Three of our interns are in Eritrea getting Gambuki. What is it called?
All right, thank you very much.
Well, it brings up a question I always had here. What's out of bounds with the interns and what isn't? I've always wondered, am I allowed to ask them?
Well, you can't have them get your cocaine or her.
Well, no.
Oral sex
I
is
asked
out of
one
bounds.
guy that, and I catch shit for it.
All right, listen, I want to drop the topic, if you don't mind.
No, of course. I just...
I think everyone knows what's in bounds and what's out of bounds. It's not even interesting.
Yeah, I think, Benj, if you did it this way for a while, you'll find that you'll have more leeway.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody care where Benji is?
I was just about to say, should we be worried about him?
Have we gotten a call?
He was dizzy yesterday.
Gary, did you call him?
No, not yet.
I know where he lives.
Why wouldn't you call him?
I was just in the studio.
Oh.
And he hasn't called.
Get Howard 100. There's a stringer right there, surely. Get Howard 100.
You didn't call because you're in the studio? Admit it, you weren't going to call.
don't even know if you wanted us to call him.
Well, wouldn't you be embarrassed? I mean, if Benji was laying there dead and you never thought to call?
We would
Like
get...
this before, you've been like, whatever. Benji will get here when he gets here.
Yeah, but he wasn't fasting then.
I'm just thinking the guy's fasting. Yeah.
It'd be funny if we talked about the panty bit with Sal while Benji
was dying.
Gasping for air.
Yeah.
Right.
He was alive at that time, and they could have saved him. But no. We will never live it down if Benji is dead while we're doing that.
What happened?
He doesn't answer. He never answers anyway. I don't think, like, he's got, I think, a voicemail as opposed to a phone that would ring him up. Wake him up.
Besides the fasting, Benji's into, like, some weird shit, man. Like, he likes being nocturnal. He's desperately trying to work the schedule out to where, you know, he's told me this, to where he sleeps all day and he's up all night, and this is the last thing he does in his day.
Right, he sleeps when he gets off the air.
Right, and, you know, he's on the internet with these broads, and sometimes he tells me, he goes, he tries to do stand-up, but it's not always, you know, the most, I don't know, calm environment when he goes to these open mic places in Times Square. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen to Benji.
Yeah.
But that was what I was going to say yesterday when we were talking. He could be like that woman in Mr. Goodbar, who one day just gets killed by one of these crazies he invites over to his apartment.
Yeah. Well, he even goes to other people's apartments and has sex with them.
Strangers.
Right, dressed as like a fireman or whatever he was dressed as that one time.
Yeah, he's a real weirdo. I mean, he really is weird. Like he sent me I forgot about this. Like, there was a CNN reporter, and he just, like, starts screaming about Sanjaya and vote Sanjaya, and they're beating him up and throwing him out. It's like, it's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, lying about his age.
Yeah.
And,
he's a weird guy.
He has developed into a true weirdo.
Yeah, and we kind of, like, have made him somewhat normal because we insist on him being real sometimes.
Right.
Other than that, he would be completely insane.
Like you were talking about, my friend was talking about you retiring maybe, and I said, of all the people that work there, man, I really don't know what Benji's going to do. I mean, he's carved out a niche where he can come here looking homeless,
right.
As have I. But, you know, it's like he doesn't fit in any other, like, you know, he's a writer on a big-time show.
You always know you can go do stand-up.
Well, I mean,
or act or something. But
yeah, I mean, I would, you know, look, I try to do whatever I could based on my abilities. I've worked before, but Benji's, maybe he's talented enough, but he can't fit into it. Like, you know.
He could very well become like a Ratso Rizzo.
Right.
Just be roaming around, you know, hustling here, hustling there.
Right.
Benji, where were you? What's going on, man?
I'm really sorry I overslept.
What happened? You overslept?
Yeah,
because you're on a weird schedule. You're trying to stay up at night and then...
Yeah, what are you doing sleeping? This is the last thing you do.
Week or two, I've been going to sleep the regular.
We're worried, dude, because you were almost fainted just.
I'm really sorry. I apologize.
Are you still fasting, or you decided to eat?
I ate a little bit.
Yeah, good.
Gotta eat something.
Good.
What'd you eat?
I had like a little seaweed, an apple, and some carrots.
Yeah, maybe look at life this way, Benji. You don't take your body and feed it enormous amounts of food and then suddenly shock it by completely cutting yourself off from food. That there's somewhere in between, like, and you don't have to start eating seaweed. Like, maybe just, here's my recommendation, and you can take it or leave it.
Okay.
All right, for breakfast, eat a bowl of fucking cereal. One bowl, that's it. You're done. Small bowl. Not a big bowl.
Not a trough.
And when I say cereal, shredded wheat. No sugar, no salt, nothing. Because you're in a drastic situation. Don't drink regular milk. That's for babies. Have soy milk with it. Then when you have lunch, you're allowed a sandwich. I don't care what kind of sandwich you have. Have a shit sandwich as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And then for dinner, have a normal dinner. Piece of fish or meat and a vegetable and a salad. Okay? And you know what? And stop with the fast. It's silly and it's immature and you're doing the wrong thing with your body and with your life. Benji, I'm back on you now. Artie's right.
That's right.
Are you out of his body?
No, seriously, I don't even want to do a bit with you.
Okay.
I think what you're doing is disgusting. I think you behave like a child. And I think Artie even voiced it this morning. He's really worried about you, what you're going to do if this show ends, because you dress like a homeless person.
There's no way you're prepared.
Weird habits.
I mean, there's no way you have a future prepared.
What's
I mean,
that
like Artie will be fine making a living. Robin will be okay. Fred will be okay. You, what are we going to do with you when I leave? What are we going to do with you?
You're a talented kid, but you're not. You're choosing not to. You're not conforming to just the basics of society.
Wait. You're like an animal. You can't walk around slovenly dressed like this, and your appearance and.
Do you really feel like that sloppily dressed right now? I don't.
Compared to a normal workplace, both me and you get away with this. Look,
Howard, I have one question.
You could walk into somebody's office and expect to get a job dressed the way you are.
I did for like 15 years before I worked here.
Where'd you work?
No, we didn't.
Well, I didn't get the job. But.
I have a question either for him or maybe even for the Howard TV crew. How many days have you worn that Penn State shirt?
But I always wear a fresh shirt underneath it.
Joe Paterno was sick.
It's the same outer shirt. You don't think that picks up...
Why, if you wear a shirt underneath it, do you think it's any fresher?
Because you don't
still picking up shit from the environment.
How many days in a row have you worn that?
Huh?
How many days in a row have you worn that?
It's been a couple of years. But
every day the same thing?
During winter.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't think that, like, if you sweat underneath it doesn't...
It's like when you wear a coat.
No, it's not. That's a shirt.
It's because it's called a shirt. But
Benji, people see every day the same thing. They start to question.
You finally got rid of that green jacket with that unknown stain on it. Man, that was awful.
And even with this eating shtick, it's not healthy, man. Think of your body, what you're doing to it. You're feeding it.
Yeah, the unknown stain. It was like he murdered somebody.
Honestly, for like about a year, since January, I've eaten a lot better. I haven't stuffed myself as much.
Okay.
But why do you still look fat then?
If you think about it, the two guys that sit between you and Fred, we really are extraordinarily gross. I mean, especially at this point, it's like I have no... When a guest looks back here, even Pete Wentz, that little fruit, he's like, look at you two. You guys are a mess.
Listen, I'm not talking about you right now. You're a special case. You've got problems on top of problems. I mean, your problems are so deep, we don't even know where to begin.
You think Benji's any less trouble?
I think Benji is savable, at least with his diet. I think he could follow a diet. But Artie is not capable of that.
But Artie also is not, Artie's never going to go looking for an office job. In other words, Artie's always going to be like a comedian.
Right.
He doesn't have to, get dressed up after the show is done.
Benji's a talented guy. Don't get me wrong.
He is. That's what I mean.
I just don't know who else will put up with him.
Howard, can I tell you a funny story about...
That's the answer.
Can I tell you a funny story about Benji and the way he dresses?
Yeah.
So you remember our old office manager, Kathy?
Yeah.
One day I walk into the office, Kathy's just steam coming out of her ears, and she just goes, "Give me $25." And I go, "What?" She goes, "Give me $25." And I'm like, all right. So I give her $25. She said Benji had worn the same overalls for a year and a half to the point where they were stained all over, and it made her want to vomit.
Right.
So she took $25, and she took $25 from me, and she went to the Gap and bought them. They were beige overalls, and she bought him a new pair because she couldn't take it anymore.
Listen, I guarantee if I take off my T-shirt and underwear, I guarantee I have the freshest one here.
Freshest what?
Did you shower this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you slept late.
I always shower every morning.
That's bullshit. I guarantee mine's
Well, what are you saying? I'm not talking about. I'm talking about your body, the way it looks, and the massive dieting, and then all of a sudden the massive eating.
But I haven't done the massive eating for a long time.
Yeah, okay.
And I really do
That's
believe
why you're
fasting
fat.
is actually healthy.
Okay.
But if you haven't done massive eating,
it's so healthy you almost passed that yesterday. I heard.
You did, man. Remember?
When you fast, sometimes if you stand up quickly,
all right, I've had enough of the Benji show.
That's the other thing. Fasting is one of these subjects he knows everything about. Like the other day on a wrap-up show, you're going, after 2 days, the hunger goes away.
No, it doesn't.
Of course it does.
Have you ever done it?
No, your hunger doesn't go away after 2 days.
Honest, it does.
Okay. Well, I see. That's why you ate. Because your hunger went away.
Why did you eat?
Yeah.
Because I was...
All right, thank you.
I wasn't hungry. It wasn't out of hunger.
You ate? So, Benji, if you could be on time, you're forcing me into a role. I don't want to be Big Daddy. I hired you to do a specific job just to be here on time and not distract me. And, if this is the second day in a row you're late. I watch you. I watch when you sneak in. I said yesterday, you know what, I'm not going to sidetrack the show yelling at you. But now, so when I don't yell at you, see, this is what I was telling my psychiatrist yesterday. I said, I hate being a scumbag. I said, I actually feel guilty after I go into a tirade. Even with, like people who do work, for me, the TV set isn't working, and I go into a tirade. But things get done when I go into it. I don't want to be pushed. I'm like fucking Hulk. I don't want to be pushed.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah, I don't want to be angry. I want to be happy like the rest of you. I don't want to be angry at you. I like you. But you make me be the fucking asshole boss.
that has to come down on you. Like even Gary says to me, what can I do about Benji? He won't listen to me. It's got to come from you. And I go, you're right. Benji knows he gets away with it as long as I, and I've even said to him, I'm firing you the next time you're late.
Oh, plenty of times.
I know Benji got here at 6:38 yesterday. 6:38? I know it. I tried to ignore it, and I can't. Because it's a fuck you to me. It's to me a fuck you. Why don't you just fuck me? Just say, Howard, fuck you. I don't care what you say. Say it to me. Go ahead. Be a man and say it to me. Yeah, say it, because that's what you're feeling inside. You don't care about me or my show.
Fuck you.
It's not.
It's a joke.
That's not what happened.
Why don't you get a job at Saturday Night Live? Can't you? I know you've applied for jobs. Can't you get a job anywhere but here?
Yeah.
Then do it already. Be a man. Stop fucking me.
Fuck you.
But that's not what.
I'm tired. My asshole hurts from you sticking your cock in my ass.
I've never put my cock in your ass.
Okay, funny guy. 6:38. This guy. I don't even ask him to stay after the show. He really should. He should be back there with Sal and Richard doing shit. I don't even ask him for that. Just come in, do the show, leave. Fridays, he takes off. You should be here Friday when I'm not here.
I swear I wasn't.
Writing. Crafting. You know how many days a week I worked at your age? Oh, that's right. You're 50. You're my age.
He's at the point of slowing down.
You make me angry.
I know. And
he's ready for retirement. I think he's a kid. I mean, I believe in this guy, and he fucks me. Why do people fuck me over? Tell me, Robin. You're better. You know more about me than I know.
Benji has his own problems. No. I don't know exactly what they are.
You don't fuck me.
I refuse to spend any time with him.
You're always on time. You're here. You take the job seriously. I mean, it's all anyone could ask. Why be here? And
I think it's a bit of that baby thing where, for a while, he gets the negative reinforcement. He loves it.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't get any attention for positive things. Apparently.
Is that it? You want me to pay attention to you? I pay attention to you. The fact that you work here is what I pay attention to. Why do you need more attention?
Well, I don't think that's what it is. It's possible.
No, it is. Go to a shrink. You need help.
All right. I mean, that's possible.
You're one step away from being chopped up in a bag from that Craigslist.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
That guy missed him.
This fat fuck is getting laid somewhere in a hotel with some creepy chick who...
And a guy over in the corner watching.
How many chicks do you know can't get pussy? They turn to Benji on Craigslist. You can imagine what these chicks look like. He goes, they're models. No, they're not. There's no way. Bring one in here. Let me see a model that you bang.
There are models on there.
I don't buy it.
And I'm not talking about hookers. I'm talking about regular...
I don't care. It can't be true. There's no chick looks at you and goes, oh, my God, I got to fuck this guy.
That's not the way it happened.
Okay. My buddy fucked Bar Raffaele the other day.
Yeah. For real? On Craigslist. Yeah.
Everybody's now on Craigslist. They don't care that there's possibly a killer out there.
I don't even like being angry with you.
I know. Listen, I swear I know it does. Like, there's times in the past when I was late.
Why were you 38 minutes late yesterday? 38 minutes.
I don't know what happened yesterday because I've been...
You don't know.
Well, no, I can explain, but I don't know why.
You can explain, but you don't know why you were late.
Why? I can't answer if you don't let me answer.
You can explain, but you don't know why he's late.
He has no fucking reason, Howard.
No, I do, Rob.
Something happened yesterday?
I have 2 alarms and a phone, and I don't know if the electricity went out or what happened yesterday.
The phone and
everything went out.
I don't know why. Well, the phone's on electricity.
So what happened
also.
today? Again, the same thing?
No, I woke up. I decided to switch my schedule for a while, just to try to go to sleep around 8 or 9. So I went to sleep. Fell asleep last night around 9:30, and I got up today at 5:20.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I don't usually. I guess I'm used. I was in the bathroom.
You're so out of it, you don't know what happened?
No, I mean, I was using the bathroom. I was listening to music.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with you.
I told you there was no reason.
He's running into the office every morning. I've asked him not to run. It's just disconcerting and upsetting. It's just look at me, look at me, look at me. Just 5 minutes early. That's it. 5 minutes before we start.
That was my plan today. I was really coming in early.
It's also a good idea for you to hear what Gary's saying and JD, so you can hear what's going to be going on, what tapes I'm going to be playing for the show. It's good. It's show prep.
I agree.
It's good for you to hear the stuff.
Then maybe you should be here at 5:30.
Oh, God forbid. I mean, that's the real answer. We come in, read the paper, maybe write a joke about something you read. Take your fucking job seriously.
I do take it seriously.
No, you don't. You don't, man, Benji. You haven't even read the paper yet today. And you're a writer.
Dude, I know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, okay. You know what's going on in the world? I'll test you what's in the paper today. You going to think you're going to pass?
I'll test you, too. Without the paper.
Wait a minute. How do you get to be the tester?
I'm the guy. It doesn't
All right,
matter.
test me, Howard.
I'm the
Test
boss.
me.
When you're the boss, you'll test me.
Okay, test me.
I got to get out of this guy. I got to get out of his life. I got to get him out of my life. I don't know how to separate from him. I need a divorce lawyer. Honest to God, man. I don't even want to make this funny. 6:38. The guy hasn't fucking read a newspaper. He's a writer.
Dude, I
on a
read
topical
that.
show.
Dude, I
Imagine
do.
he walked in and said, Benji wants to know how he can become valuable to me. He's always asked me, here's something valuable. Here's what I'd do if I was you. Because I'm a winner. Here's what I would do. First of all, I'd look good when I walked in. I wouldn't be sweating and disgusting.
I think I look good.
Okay. Number 2, I'd have read the paper. I'd walk over to Howard. I read 15 stories this morning, and guess what? Here's 15 jokes.
All right. If you want that, I'll start doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. There you go. He's trying to talk to you about how do you become a winner.
Saying if you want that, I'll start doing that.
If you want
that. Don't. I'm just giving you
That's not
thoughts,
the kind of thing you've wanted, but if you want that, I'll start...
It's like, and if I never use them, for the next 10 years, I never use one of your jokes, just say, you know what? I put it out there.
All right.
There's not one writer here, by the way, who reads the paper. You have the only.
But don't say I don't read
Sal
it.
and Richard don't read the paper.
I'm sure.
In the morning.
That seems to work for them.
When do you read the morning paper? During the show or after the show?
I read it throughout the day on the internet.
So let me ask you something. What good does that do me? The stories are topical now.
Howard, I know any topical stories going on.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure you do.
You know all about this on the cover of the Post?
Yes. That was all on the news yesterday. That they did the plane for a photo exhibit.
Okay.
Bloomberg was very pissed.
Good.
The administration apologized.
Right.
And the stock markets reflected it by prices dropping.
Okay. Very good.
Where'd you joke about it?
Yeah, now what's the joke? Now that you know all about it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, use your
I'm
noggin.
crashing into the show.
Use your noggin. In other words, you're like the plane. You're crashing into the show. All right. Well, there you go. That's a funny thought. It's a very fertile thought. I mean, that's it. If I had Benji's job, this is what I'd do. First of all, there'd be a page of jokes. You know, even if my boss thought they were stupid, they're there. Boom. Here's the time. I read the paper, boss. I was in at 5:30. Preparing for the show. I heard you talking to JD about this. I'm going to get with Sal afterwards, and we're going to make a phony phone call, or we're going to do a recorded bit. Something. I'm going to go out on the street. You haven't been out on the street in ages. Nothing. I mean, and then you show up 38 minutes late, and I'm supposed to be impressed. I mean, come on, dude.
How many more times is he going to take advantage of you? You've told him this over numerous times. It's crazy.
I'm bored. And now I start feeling, you see, the worst part of this for me, 15 minutes into the show, is that I had a million great things to talk about, number one, that I'm not talking about. And number two, I feel guilty now because I've yelled at another human being. Now I'm the Hulk and I'm calming down. And now I'm left with guilt.
You realize the carnage.
Yeah, I mean, I've just obliterated this. I've said things about his appearance I didn't want to say. I've said things about, you know what I mean? I went down and dirty. Yeah. Because I, too, can be a tantruming child when I can't get what I want. And I'm not getting what I want. I want him to be on time, and I'm not getting it. I want him on time. And I can't get it. And now, and you know. And the same with that dickhead Richard. I mean, I have to sit here and you know, I've said it to him. Don't prank the show, because what happens when you prank the show and you don't tell Gary, your prank isn't even that good sometimes. There's a lot of stuff from Richard we don't play on the air.
And as you said, he mentioned he knew it wasn't that good. That's why he didn't want to run it by anybody.
Yeah. He said, I'll play you the clip. He admits it wasn't that good. So he says, I knew if I ran it by somebody, you would say not to do it.
And he and his buddy sitting in a car decided this was absolutely necessary.
But it's why not run it by Gary, because that whether Gary knew or not doesn't affect in here. And at least if Gary okays it, you have that to point to. And Gary never would have okayed it, and he said, all right, fuck it, I won't do it.
I don't mind being pranked. You got to understand, but if my crew takes over the show and gives you shitty radio, you're going to blame me. You're going to stop listening. So I have to keep a lid on all these guys. That's what they didn't explain to you on the wrap-up show, because no one there has the brain power to think this through. In other words, let's say I said to the guys, whenever you have something great, just run in and do it. Just run in and do it. The show would be a monstrous mess.
But you said exactly the opposite of that. You said everything goes through Gary.
Yeah.
And they continually break the rule.
Yeah, and the reason they break the rules is because we don't fire anyone. Because I do like these guys, and I feel bad for them. And that's what happens. Yes, Ralph.
Benji doesn't really seem to want the job. I mean,
he really doesn't. He's angry about the job. He really thought he'd be.
You keep telling him this. He's really acting like an asshole. I mean, 1 million people would kill for that job, and they'd be in at 5 o'clock in the morning, not at 5 after 6.
He's angry about the job. I know Benji. Benji thinks I don't know him, but I got him pegged to a T.
What's he so angry about?
He's angry because he thought it was going to be a year or two on the Howard Stern show, and then he'd be writing, television shows.
He's got that disease, too?
Yeah.
Is it more the anger or for wanting attention?
I don't know. You should really get some help.
You're just being a smart ass.
And everyone sees you being a smart ass. And it's not even funny. Just
Why should we have to analyze you?
Nobody cares about you.
And you derail the show for a half an hour.
Nobody cares. Even when you ask a question, no one cares.
All right.
I can guarantee my audience is saying no one cares.
All right.
Even this all right is annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just annoying. It's just annoying. I see everything with this guy.
Why did you stick him out in the green room for a half? Put
with
him
a dunce cap. A dunce cap and a penis on his head. Like attach a penis to his head. I'm a penis.
Penis.
Right. Was that you live doing penis?
Yes.
Yeah, good. I don't want to hear from you. I'm concentrating on Benji.
Good.
Stay away from me.
I'm always on time. At least.
There's Benji. That's his contribution.
A real self-starter, that Benji.
Well, it's true. I feel bad for him. Because he could have, he's a bright guy and he's a funny guy. And he could have a very big career.
I do have a big career.
But he doesn't have, no, you don't.
I have a good career.
You got a boss who's a pushover. That's why you have a good career. No one else would put up with you,
Would
Benji.
you rather that Howard come in and go, boy, Benji wrote this great thing last night?
Won't do that. Well, here's another guy. What is it?
I have that dickhead hat you wanted.
Yeah, Benji, do me a favor. Can you wear this? It's a big... Sal just made a hat. It's a cowboy hat with a big cock sticking out of the top.
Could I get a bigger cock on it? That cock is hardly impressive.
There you go. You know what? Now, there you're talking. You'll see that on Howard TV. You'll see Sal really came up with something great. See, Sal?
See, Sal's working.
No problem. You're working hard. Good for you. You made a nice big cock sticking out of Benji. Now that it appears that Benji got a big cock sticking out of the middle of his head.
Penis. I want my penis.
Wear that every day, please. Right. And you know what? It's funny. It's a new persona. At least it's something funny for Howard TV.
I'd like to be the guy with the cock on his head.
Yeah.
I like that Sal just had a cock handy.
Oh, don't even ask what's going on.
Oh, we have a lot. We have every color, too.
So here's what I know about Benji, thanks to my people. Benji updated his Facebook page 33 minutes ago at 5:55.
Oh.
So, in other words, this is what he did.
That's what he's busy with.
He was home.
He doesn't know what happened. He just said he doesn't know what happened.
He's a lying skunk.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You updated your Facebook page
I was
at
on
5:55. Douchebag, why would you be...
Listen,
why would your cock
I'm telling you, I was using the bathroom. Sorry, my cock fell off.
Yeah.
I was using the bathroom.
Why would you update your Facebook page if you're fucking late for work?
I didn't realize. I swear I didn't. I was sitting there using the toilet.
You know what, man? You're full of shit.
I swear on my life.
Yeah, well, of course you don't realize, because you don't give a shit about being late. If you knew I was going to fire you, I have to fire you to teach you a lesson.
I swear.
And then we'll see how you do out there.
Why are you even on Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, why would you do that if you have to get to work?
I thought I was sitting there. I thought I had plenty of time. I just didn't. It just all of a sudden hit me like, oh my God, what time it was.
Imagine you got
fucking watch.
And I read his Facebook page. It's so mundane. It's so boring.
What is the update?
What is the update? It's always some dumb, shitty thing he writes. Instead of writing for the show where millions of people will hear it and he'll be a hero, he's writing on that goddamn Facebook. Here it is. Benji Bronk wonders who hit women harder, John Lennon or Chris Brown. Women is the N-word of the world.
Wow.
First of all, the song is "Woman is the nigger of the world." So if you're going to go for it, write the whole N-word.
It's a joke. It's woman, W-O-M-Y-N.
So you wrote a joke. So you wrote a joke for your Facebook.
World,
You wrote a joke for your Facebook at 5:55. You didn't write a joke for the show. You wrote a joke for your Facebook.
You know what? I didn't. I think the computer time might be slightly off. But even if it wasn't, I didn't realize. I thought I had plenty of time, Howard. I wouldn't have done that.
So it's an ironic thought because John Lennon was so beloved, and you're implying
John
that
Lennon
he
hit women.
How do you know that?
He said he did.
He told you that.
He says in a lot of interviews he did.
Okay.
It's not even funny. But then
wait. You guys don't think that's true that he said that?
I don't know. But so in other words, you're pointing out the irony. You pointed out the irony that John Lennon and Chris Brown are the same. So what are we supposed to do with that? What do we do now that we know that you figured that out?
I think it's.
There are a lot of men who hit women.
Right. And I think it's a horrible thing.
So should we dig up John Lennon and prosecute him in the way we're going to do it to Chris Brown? Or should we let Chris Brown free? Is that your thought?
No.
Because John Lennon walked free. Why can't Chris Brown be free?
No, that's
the
not my
fuck
thought.
is that thought?
My thought is
that's some goddamn thought.
My thought is
at
that
5:55.
My thought is
when you should be at work. Fuck you.
Dude, fuck
you, Benji.
No, fuck you.
Okay, good.
Just, say
fucking Benji, man. 5:55. You came up with that thought.
I can't even tell. Is the mic on?
No, it's gone, man. Your cock is off and your fucking microphone's off. And now I feel like shit. That's what I'm saying. Now it's 6:25 and I haven't done all my funny stuff.
You shouldn't feel
that I prepared last night.
You shouldn't feel like shit.
Yeah, well.
You should, because now you're making a joke of it, too. I mean,
I am. You're right. You're right. Get me off this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. I want to throw up. It's not a joke to me. But it does come off that way because I'm like the boy who cried wolf. I keep screaming about this stuff. Anyway, that's why I'm explaining to you why I wouldn't let Richard. I wouldn't let him get away with that shit. Because he'd be doing it all day. We'd be busy with Richard jokes and pranks. And the show would really suck. You know, I gotta get out of this already. I'm too old for this. I feel like a kindergarten teacher. You know what I mean? I feel like Mrs. McKendrick, my kindergarten teacher. She stood there. And I remember I was wearing a big hat with bunny ears. And she must have looked at me and said, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I got some retard standing there with a big hat and bunny ears. Whole classroom with clowns. Big waste of time. Poor Mrs. McKendrick. She's probably dead and buried. I wish I could apologize to her.
What were you doing? Were you doing something?
No, just living. Poor woman. I know how she feels now. I feel like I'm a kindergarten teacher. Richard and Benji. Worked all this time. You know, I had to work so many years, Benji, to get to the point where I could hire someone like you, where I could actually pay someone like you. I used to do this all by myself. And every market I went to, I tried to get a little bit more money so I could make the show a little bit better. And I worked and worked and worked. And now I got a guy who pisses on me and shows up 38 minutes late all the years I worked. 38, I would never be 38.
And there is no consequence to his 38.
When I worked in Hartford Boy or WRNW, 38 minutes late. I would never be 38 minutes late. And I would never say I'm on Facebook.
Why doesn't Benji take the example of looking at you? You are the first person here.
I don't know why. I don't know.
He wants to be successful. Why wouldn't he emulate you instead of irritating you?
Because he's angry with me, that he's not me. His jealousy is...
But the only way to get there is
I feel it on my back.
Well,
be you.
I definitely have some jealous of you. I don't think I'm angry at you, though.
And really, Benji shouldn't even be in here. He can write from the office and feed me the material. Yeah, he had to be in here. And now you're in here, and you're just pissing me off.
All right.
By showing up 38 minutes late. Go right from the other room. Why do you need to sit in here? What is the point? Why do you need to be someone who sits in here? I know that's important to you. Sit in the other room. I'll never know if you're there or not. You could be as late as you want. You could show up, not show up. Who gives a shit? I mean, really.
Well, that is quite a statement there. I need to be here so you can see that I'm late.
Yeah. He's put himself in the room with me so that I can be irritated by him.
We have technology. He could do it from home, right?
Sure,
of course.
just as much as he Facebooks from home.
Right. Why does he even need to be here? I'm not even sure why you need to be here.
All right.
All right.
I mean, it's all right.
Explain to me. It's all right, so you don't want to be in here.
No,
okay, so fine. So go in the other room and write.
I do want to be in here.
Please go sit next to Gary and write.
I do want to be.
Why? Why do you need to be in here? Explain it to me.
Well, there's no exact reason why for anything.
Because you want to be on camera. You want to be part of the team. You want to be set above everyone else.
No,
I want Richard and Sal in here ahead of you.
Okay.
At least they're on time. These fucking guys get in here. Bing, bam, boom. Richard's in there before I'm here. I see him in there. He's constantly working, this guy.
You notice if his arm was falling off, he really would come in.
He would.
Before going to the emergency room.
I've wasted a half hour of the show. I apologize to my audience. Again, I've done bad radio. I admit it.
Let's talk about Benji. Howard tells Benji, basically, you're making me look like an asshole. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to fire you? And this seems to come up every 6 months or so.
I know.
And now, so Howard was trying to think of a threat that would actually get through to Benji and ended up settling on him not getting his breakfast from Howard TV. That's.
I thought it was going to be him not coming to the wrap-up show.
No. That was part of it, but then it changed to no breakfast because Howard TV, I guess, pays for his breakfast.
Well, first of all, I'm not a big fan of conflict, so I was sort of thrilled that this happened on the air as opposed to off the air, because then I'm in the discussion, Howard's like, what the fuck are we going to do with him? And I'm like, I don't know what to say, because I could throw some things out there, but at the end of the day, Howard has to decide how far he wants to push it. And I thought Jimmy made a really great point today. Howard goes, Jimmy came in right in the middle of this conversation.
That's right.
Jimmy sits down and he goes, so Jimmy, what do you think? Should I fire the guy? And he goes, well, isn't there like a middle ground? And then I was asking Jimmy's guys if Jimmy ever had to do that. I heard him talking on the air. And they said, yeah, he'll, I said, does somebody get word, like, does Jimmy send word and then that person sort of gives him a hard time? He's like, no, Jimmy will bring him in and dress him down.
That's good. I mean, Jimmy also talked about having his family so involved, literally involved on the show, on air, off air, they're all there. And you think, well, it's kind of a cush thing and they can't get fired. But he says, no, they actually set an example for the other staff. And the staff's less likely to screw around if they know a family member's there.
Right. Like I was telling Jimmy's ex-producer that I get the same dressing down, except it's in front of everybody on the air. But the truth of the matter is the times where I've gotten those from Howard and they're not on the air, those are the ones that are brutal. Because if Howard doesn't give you a heart, like, he might be mad at something and he goes, I'll save it for the air tomorrow. If it's so bad that it's not even airworthy, you really fucked up.
Yeah, that's the one you'd be quaking in your boots. Tom in Arizona, you're on the wrap-up show.
So is Benji at the wrap-up show?
He is not here as of yet. But like the regular show, he does come in late from time to time.
He had that, by the way, Benji had that classic excuse that I love. He goes, listen, I'm on time like 98% of the time. And nobody wants to hear that.
But he also played the, I'm wrong, there's nothing I could say. He's trying to diffuse it, but it didn't work today.
I know.
So, Tom, we'll see if he shows up.
Well, listen, I've been working at my job for 10 years. I hate my job. I do drywall and paint. I got to work my ass off every day. I've been late once, and I drive 35 miles to work. Benji works on the best show on the fucking planet. How can you be late?
And by the way, lives closer than anybody else on the show. He's the
I know, that's what I heard.
And it really is true. I remember, for years, whenever you're about the person that lives the closest always seems to be late.
Because they think I have enough time.
And they never do.
But I don't know, even if Benji didn't live close, I have a feeling he would be. It's just his MO, and it really here starts with Howard right down. Howard's here way early. Everybody else gets here with plenty of time to spare. And Benji really is on his own here. And I don't know, maybe there needs to be some kind of real consequence to get him to come through.
You're right. Listen, John, you live, 30 miles away?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're in before me. I'm 35 miles away. I'm in, Will and, Jason comes from New Jersey, has to take public transportation.
Well, you and I also leave early just in case something happens along the way to delay you and make you late.
And that was one of my, Stuttering John was my Benji. He was late all the time, which Howard wouldn't see. And I would give John a hard time. And then I started bringing it onto the air that John was late so that John would get shit because he wasn't listening to me. And John would go, well, what do you want? It snowed last night. I go, I know this sounds crazy, John, but I listened to the news report last night. I heard it was going to snow, so I did this crazy thing. I set my alarm 15 minutes earlier. And he looked at me like I was talking Martian.
Well, there it is, Tom. We'll see if Benji comes down.
Do you think that punctuality says a lot about a person? Yeah, you think if somebody's chronically late, does that? I don't know what it says, but it does say something.
Right. I think it tells you something about them. But if Scott Weiland is always late, you say, oh, that's just he's a rock star. It's part of his personality. I don't know. And the fact that Howard's always early or on time, does that say something about him?
Absolutely. But it's a good thing.
Right.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's a good thing.
Tony in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Tony.
I got 2 points to make regarding Benji here. I have a problem with this. I'm a long-time listener, and I have a job. I mean, my boss tells me if I'm going to be late one more time, I'm fired. I'd be shitting in my pants. I think this guy just completely disrespects Howard and the rest of the show, how everybody comes to work on time and does their job, and this guy just thinks everything's a big joke.
Yeah, I don't think that Benji thinks it's a big joke, but maybe he doesn't feel threatened enough, and maybe this will be it. The thing that's also interesting about this, whenever this blow-up happens on the air, it's really funny. Like, I get here probably about 5:25, 5:30, and Howard gets into the studio at about 5:40 or so, and then John and I go in, and a bunch of us, and we pitch him stuff. And that's when, out of the corner of your eye, you see Benji galloping in at the last minute. Like tomorrow, Benji will be in at 5:45, and that'll be even odder. That's even more weird. And then 5:45 becomes 10:06, becomes 5:06, becomes 2:06, becomes 1 after 6.
Well, Gary, let me ask you just one question, though. But between me and you, well, not everybody's listening, but what I'm trying to tell you is by taking this breakfast away, what kind of penalty is that? To me, personally, I think the guy should be out of the, I don't know, maybe out of the office a little bit. Like Howard said, I'm going to put you in the back room. You're not going to sit with us or something. I just think that Benji thinks everything's a joke. I mean, what's this guy going to do if Howard packs it in September and this guy has a track record of all these stupid things that he does online and being late? I mean, is he thinking about his future?
Well, listen, he's a writer for the Howard Stern Show, so he should be doing some wacky things. Being late isn't one of them. I don't know that anybody's going to know he was late, but they will know he is at the next job, and they'll have to deal with it accordingly.
All right. Thanks for taking my call. Have a good day.
Thank you, Tony. I forgot who said it to me. It might have been you, Steve, or somebody in the back said it. They said, you know what would affect Benji and was probably the most powerful punishment you can give? Send him home. Just go home. Don't give him a reason. Don't just go home. And that in turn I'm sure Benji would turn around and do that, but maybe it would resonate that, you know what? You got to be at work on time.
You're absolutely right, because we've talked about taking him out of the studio and taking the wrap-up show away from him. But you're right. Just, Benji, you know what? Go home. Today's not the day. And he would leave, and then he would decide after that, how he felt.
All right, Ted, we're going to take a break because we started a little late. We'll see if Benji's going to show up here. When we come back, Jimmy Kimmel, what does he add to the program when he's here? Plus, Miss Howard TV, Stone Temple Pilots. Everything happened on today's show. We'll try to talk about it on the wrap-up show. You're listening to us on Howard 100 and Howard 101.
A recap and behind-the-scenes look at The Stern Show. Wrap-Up Show. Call in.
888-STERN-100.
The Wrap-Up Show. Wrap-Up Show. With John Ryan and Gary Delabate.
Hey, Parker. And lay back. Hello, this is Johnny Knoxville, and you're listening to John Hine and Gary Delabate on The Wrap-Up Show.
Welcome back to the wrap-up show.
By the way, I would like to try some of Johnny Knoxville's moonshine. I thought it sounded awesome.
They made it sound awfully good, and
especially if Courtney Cox is passing it to you.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, I think that's the only way I'd be drinking it is if she were like sharing the glass with me. Otherwise, keep it away from me.
I've always heard like if you drink too much of it, like people in college would get it. It could make you blind and stuff.
I've heard that too because of all the
toxins. Because it's not regulated.
Right.
You can get it like it's almost like 180 proof or something.
Well, when Courtney Cox is handing it to you, I don't think you're thinking that way.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of sucking it down.
But that's trust. It's trust that, that you're not, something bad is not going to happen to you.
Hey, there goes the big black guy that just got voted off American Idol. What's his name again?
Oh, Michael Lynch?
The trainer. I wish he was here early. We would have dragged him right in the studio and asked him how he became a trainer.
Yeah, it would have been great to have him do some sit-ups, some push-ups, some jumping jacks.
Well, Fred's here.
Not on a floating floor.
Fred's here, and yes, Benji is here on the wrap-up show. That was not his punishment. His punishment was breakfast. And Benji, before
are they going to really follow through with that, though? I don't think they could do that.
There are those. So, Benji, we were talking a lot about it. There are those who think that the punishment wasn't harsh enough, that breakfast is like so big deal you have to take $5 out of your pocket every day. Some people were saying that something that might get through to you if Howard said, you know what, Benji, you're late today. Just go home today. Just today, go home. Mm-hmm. Do you think that would that work on you?
It's not like
No, I get it. But I know you're not doing it on purpose.
A copy of Oh My Dog would come in handy because Beth believes in positive reinforcement rather than hitting somebody with a newspaper.
If you got sent home, would you go holy shit, or would that just make
I
you
go holy shit as it is.
Right.
So I don't. It's embarrassing. I don't want to be known for that, and it's not something I.
But I tell you, I scratch my head every time you do come in late. I'll be honest with you, because there are times when the show doesn't start till like 6:01, 6:02, and 6 o'clock. I mean, I think that's a very fair time for someone to show up. I don't understand why it's impossible for you to come in here.
It's not, and I do want to listen. It's wrong at any moment. It's wrong any moment, but I do want to put it in perspective. When people just hear the word late, the song was like the intro song was still going on.
See, you're playing semantics.
Right, no. I'm not playing semantics for you guys. I'm playing semantics for people hearing.
You're
late.
cutting it too close for comfort.
I agree.
It's like if you commit a crime and someone says something as simple as, "I ran a stop sign." Well, I didn't really run the stop sign. Well, you either ran the stop sign or you didn't. You're either late or you're not.
Well, I think there's different degrees of a crime. If you were, I do.
Well, Benji, Howard even made the point to say, look, we're meeting before the show starts, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before. You're a writer. You should be there. You should be a part of it. And he feels like not only you're disrespecting the show, you're disrespecting him. Because he's saying to you, yeah, he's saying, I don't want to be an asshole. People are going to think, well, they could take advantage of me because you keep doing this.
Well, it's also not, when you say keep doing, I have a reputation. So anytime it happens, it becomes, it explodes.
But hold on a second. How did you get the reputation?
I used to be much more of a problem with it. It's been about a year since this has happened.
Right, but it hasn't happened to anybody else for a year.
But it doesn't become an issue when it happens to anyone else.
Because it doesn't happen often.
I listen, I'm not going to argue it because what I do is wrong. If I did it, it's wrong. But it has happened to other people, and it has.
No, but it doesn't happen to other people repeatedly.
No.
Like
I'm saying now if it doesn't happen to me for a year, and I hope it never happens again. But if in a year it happens, it'll be it'll be a huge thing for when it happens.
What steps are you going to take to make sure it doesn't happen?
I will get it. I'll get another alarm clock. I have a couple right now.
Yeah, but can I tell you something that would make this different? Can I tell you something that in a year wouldn't make it a big deal? If you were sitting in there every day at 5:45,
okay,
and we saw you every day at 5:45, and then one day you were late, I think that would be a lot different than there's days that you slip through that door just on time where you're technically not late, but you barely make it in. So I think when Howard sees you barely making it in his head, it's like, he almost pissed me off. But if you were there every day at 5:45, that wouldn't be in his head.
Right. You're right. So that's good advice.
I said starting tomorrow you'll be there at 5:45, and then what happens is Monday is 10 of 6, and Tuesday is 5 of 6. You really do.